Hello, Ryan.
Hey, 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 hey. I'm going to get rid of you. There we go. I'm so excited. I have never in my life had the pleasure of hanging out with a streamer that is as professional and as flexible at the same time. I think we should do this stream with your legs over your head, to be honest with you.
I see. The thing is, I don't know if Twitch would let that happen. That might be the new meta for all the hot tub girls. We have hot tubs. Want a hot tub? Here,
Oh,
here you go. We're in the hot tub now.
yeah,
Go. Good luck.
playing with your legs behind your back. Oh man,
Oh,
I need to get
Tasty
I get
goodness
kind of get
has
the OBS
arrived.
setup that you got there.
yeah. Not everyone get that. IKEA has got some great specials sometimes, though. So I'm just saying.
Okay, I know where to go. I have aspirations. I've got goals now. This is I didn't expect this from this stream that already I would have goals
Well,
to be
this will.
so much better than I am.
Anthony, thank you for the 690, and Tunwell, thank you for the Twitch Prime for 8 months.
Oh, he is.
All right, there we
Was
go.
that you got a little scared?
No,
Little
no.
scream?
Whenever anyone does anything in the stream, like regardless if I'm screaming or not, I just still mute just because that's out of respect. I'm not gonna sit there like, thank you, Anthony, for the 690 bits, and also Fernadop for the follow. I appreciate that. That's kind of unprofessional, especially if you work with, like, let's say other streamers. Last thing you want to do is start, stuff that's happening in your channel, shout out at while they're trying to stream and entertain their channel. So, that's just
Ain't that the truth? And I'm working hard to entertain my channel here. I am. Let's see. What are we at for my followers? I think I'm closing in on 900 followers, ready to retire from game dev and be a full-time streamer.
there you go.
So I need to start taking tips from the
it's a.
master.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to get the master class. It'll be coming up sometime in 2035, and
Okay,
it's
that's
just
worth the wait. Worth the wait. I'm excited for that. I'll just suck until then. But I was just talking to Chad about how excited I am that the first 2 hours of my streams aren't muted anymore. So I figured out how to have OBS actually project my voice. That's cool. And I
Wait.
also don't leave the be right back screen on for an hour anymore while I'm playing. So that's also a big plus.
I can honestly say I've never done that with the be right back screen, but muted. I
Oh my
think at the
God.
beginning I've done that like a little bit, but they usually I get yelled at. Like, and that's the good thing about chat. They yell at you. They're like, "Can't hear you." Sometimes it's a good thing though.
Yeah, but as a noob streamer, I also wasn't paying any attention to chat. So all of these things is a confluence of disaster for me. But we're good to go. I've got excited folks here to watch us make fools of ourselves and put our feet behind our heads. We're creating a character by the looks of it.
Yeah. I'm looking at it, and it looks like I don't like I do no hair. That's always the I'm not anymore. Most of my life when I did have it, it was long. And then I wasn't one of the ones that when they started to lose a little bit of it, I made some of my family. Like my dad was completely gray by the time he was 30. So
Yep.
anyway, I cut it all off. I was like, screw this noise. And so now every character I make, unless I have no choice, which I play games like that, there's no hair. Zero hair. None.
Wow. So you but in oh, there you go. I mean, I think you'd look better like that. But you keep the beard. Do you dream one day of having a green beard?
No. This is what the game said. I guess what it did is felt my inputs. Is that what you got programmed? Then it takes the inputs from my fingers and says this is what he needs to be. Is that what happens? Is that the deal?
No, not quite. What it does is it tries to pick up on your harmonic resonance, like really the essence of who you are as a human being, as a man. We have a musk detector as well, and it takes all of that in, as well as your webcam to see how blue your eyes are, and your eyes are very blue. And then it puts that into an algorithm and then spits this out.
So what you're saying is that it thinks I'm a bald leprechaun.
It thinks that you are a gorgeous specimen of a man, is what it thinks you
Oh,
are.
oh,
Like,
well. I mean, hey, okay, all right. I'm not
I'm
gonna
look
argue with that.
we're just two men here showing platonic appreciation for each other. Chat, don't be jumping to conclusions. I can compliment a man on his beautiful eyes and say that the game is also complimenting you. Because look, like, did you choose your eye color or did it just randomly match your eyes like one to
It
one?
looks like it's more grayish than bluish, but that shows it for me. I'm going through the noses right now, see what kind of noses we've got available. So you have a basic nose shape, and then from that you have sliders to affect that shape. Is that what this is?
That's exactly what that is, and I can see our algorithm's a little off. It didn't get your nose quite right. It kind of gave you a little bit of a schnoz, whereas your nose is a bit more refined. But we'll let you
Yes, and
get there.
most of the time when I play games, a lot of people play like they play a fantasy game. They're like an orc or a dwarf or something like that. Typically, I actually make me because I'm the one experiencing the game, and it's like my avatar in experiencing it. So that it's typical. Like we got a lot of people that like they do some fantastic creatures and like that. And I just like to visualize myself being in the world that they have created for us and experiencing it. So that's generally where I stand with stuff with that. Just
Gives you just a better sense of connection.
yeah, yeah. It is. I guess Oh, look at those eyes. Why, hello. How you doing?
Oh well, hello. Don't look away. I can't look away.
So I
I
think
can't wait to find you in this world.
Oh,
stare
okay.
at
I
your
hope
eyes.
you guys like the stream. We had a great time.
We're gonna need to go now, everybody. Put that "Be Right Back" screen back up again.
So there's different face shapes too. Twin Blade, thank you for the scary 3, Just to the Fluffy 4, and thank y'all for the hype train, by the way.
I could be doing that. You do. Oh, you're getting plugged, aren't you? You're saying thanks to the peeps.
I guess we could just go with that. I mean, I don't need to get too specific here. We're just trying stuff out. How about the body though? How jacked can we get? Can we get super jacked? Like
you don't have to hold yourself back.
Yeah. No, it's not there yet. Hold on. Yeah. Whoa, that's getting a little pump there.
Yeah, getting a little pump on. Oof, even better.
A little bit of weight right there.
Crank up the weight. Oh,
what's with the fanny pack? I just noticed it.
Oh yeah, you can't get out of this character customizer without customizing your fanny pack.
Wait, is that a thing?
Oh, we're not going to give you one fanny pack to choose from. What kind of monster do you take me for?
Okay. I mean, is there a gym too? Do we have a gym? Do we go to the gym in our boxers and fanny pack and work out? Is that what happens? Is that what there? Oh, there is. Holy crap. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, I can take off the fanny pack. I don't know if people get a monkey one. Is that really a monkey?
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, 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 purr.
Okay.
I like the sham one. The sham one was pretty nice.
Yeah, we got some pizza with pineapple on it. We got a couple sponsored by our in-game energy drink, which we've actually produced in real life, called Manimal. So if you're interested, we can send you a case.
What does it taste like? And do you use artificial sweeteners?
It tastes like the apocalypse, and I'm pretty sure we use artificial everything.
Oh, that's great then. Yeah, I'll take some. Yeah, send it here. We'll try it out. I'll also send you my hospital bill too. No.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, and just get the quick stomach pump. You don't need to go for a deep dive to get this stuff out of your system.
Okay.
You're gonna want to do that in the first 6 hours because it's gonna start eating a hole in your stomach lining by hour 8 or so.
So I'm gonna go with Slaughter Your Thirst. It has
love it.
It looks pretty like that looks rugged, like if I run up against some potential enemies, they'll see the Slaughter Your Thirst and be like, nope, I'm out of here.
I think it's going to be a very quick fight.
Twin Son, thank you for the baddie too.
The Rock's fanny pack. The Rock has a fanny pack, my chat is asking.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have that one. That's like high grade, well, you might. It's high grade Italian leather shaped. Isn't it the black one, the black shiny one they're talking about? Or are they talking about the gray canvas one?
That is awesome. I love the fact that he's been sporting a fanny pack for like 20 years, and I don't know, it's kind of a boring fanny pack, man. We gotta go all Hawaiian, all post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like sometimes clean is good too, but we're not. Yeah, we're going post Hawaiian apocalyptic. Like, what else is gonna be around? Especially if it's like we're like a tourist trap kind of thing. You ain't gonna find anything that doesn't have less than like 25 colors on it either. It's gonna have pink, yellow, green, everything.
And we're gonna go get you some clothes, and you definitely get to choose from a fair set of colorful, gaudy clothes. They definitely don't help you avoid detection, but they help you, I think, express yourself in ways that boring clothes couldn't. Spawn item, and I have a feeling that you, my friend, like to express yourself.
Okay. It's kind of comes. It actually comes with the job. You kind of have to do that, or it's like you can't do like every like YouTube video or stream like, "What's going on, everybody? It's John Bain. I want to welcome you to Fractured Veil."
But you
Unless you're
can,
going
though.
for an
I was playing-
ASMR, then you have to go like, "What's going on,
Ooh.
everybody?"
You gotta like scratch the
It's
microphone.
John Bain.
Right, just like this. We're both scratching our microphones at the same time.
Smoky Bandit 87 asks, which Unreal Engine is this game using? Is it 4?
Yes, it's Unreal 4.22.3.
That's even more specific than I thought you were going to use. So nice.
Oh, I'm gonna get real specific with you tonight. Let me tell you what.
Do you have
going?
Do you have any backstory you want to share about it? About like, at least get
about
some familiarization, just a real quick overview of things before we jump into everything, just so they have an idea of what to expect to a degree, like the environment wise, or where this all came from, or whatnot.
Yeah, gotcha. So you don't want backstory on the Unreal Engine. You're looking to talk about the game now. Is that what's going on?
Well, I mean, if you want to go that far, because that kind of is the backstory of the game, right?
Right. I mean, we gotta go. We really have to go back to the birth of Tim Sweeney in 1958 in a small town in I'm gonna guess wherever he bought the mountain. He like buys mountains to preserve them. Anyways,
Nice.
Tim was
He lives an hour away from me, by the way. He lives an hour away from me.
Cacao. So he's the guy you go to for like milk and butter. You got that kind of relationship going on.
Well, he asked me for tips, and I'm like, yeah, maybe you should let it where the lighting is actually like easier to run. Probably put that in Unreal Engine 5 or something.
Oh, I thought you meant he was like asking you for donations. Like he's like.
I think after Fortnite, that kind of I already called that pretty hard, and but then when Fortnite came out, he didn't even worry about it anymore. He was good. He was good.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that game made like what $800 in the first week or something. It's a big success. He's I think he's probably still lives in this. He's just buying more mountains. That's all. That's cool. So you're down there in North Kakalakal then?
Yeah. Yep, North Carolina. Yep.
Nice.
South side of their side, but it's only about an hour away. So yeah, it's Cary's a really nice place. A lot of people that don't want to talk to other people live there. It seems.
I was gonna say it's just that 1 hour probably makes a fairly big difference in terms of the type of person that you are or not going to run into. And
yeah, and I'm in a place that's it's actually near like a smaller tourist type area. I'm near Pinehurst. And there's, I don't know if you're aware of that area, but I like it here because I live in the middle of a forest. Kind of one way leads into civilization, the other way leads into like farmlands and stuff.
Yeah. Actually, we have a couple of people at the company here that are, I think, in your neck of the woods, and they've shown me the Google Maps of their house, and it's exactly what you describe, which is big open kind of park farmland on one side and then forest on the other. It's pretty nice to live on the largest continent on the planet with all of this space.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Fractured Veil. Let's get into it. Let's what we got? What we got?
So you may as well just join the game, and I'll talk while we're walking around. Let me get you off of my screen here. Sorry, folks. John is. So we are we're spawning into a large kind of repurposed power generation station, one of the last surviving megastructures from before the fracture. So the fracture, which is kind of the event that the whole game revolves around, came about because of a pretty cool piece of technology that was going to change the world, make everything better, until it set off a chain reaction that fractured our reality, and that's where the name comes from. So what we are playing on one shard of a many shard multiverse, and I can get more into how that plays into server travel and whatnot. But basically, this bad thing happened. It fractured reality into many, many different parallel worlds, and it ended up resulting in. Do you remember that movie Annihilation? Yeah, you know how the DNA of things just started getting smashed together, and it wasn't a good time. That's kind of what's going on here, where the fracture resulted in some pretty nasty mutations with creatures and people, and it left the world in a really bad place and pretty much wiped out the entire human race. And so who we're these lovely clones that the sole surviving AI in orbit has now decided now is the time to start repopulating the Earth. We're going to send in the clones, and these clones are going to go and rebuild civilization. So that's pretty much what we're doing. is
So
rebuilding
where I am
civilization.
right now, I'm looking as like pods that the clones came from that are hanging out inside this the power station. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so this is all kind of a placeholder set up here, but eventually there's going to
Okay.
be a nice wake up animation. We should make it clear to the people that we are playing a closed alpha version of a video game right now. So this is an actual alpha, not like a full game marketing itself as an alpha to get people interested in it. So there's going to be a lot of unfinished stuff. You're going to see some ugly stuff. You're getting kind of a behind the scenes peek that nobody else except for fans, followers, and subs of John Bain get to see. And there's going to be some bugs. It's going to be a rough ride, people. I'm going to tell you that right now. But we're gonna do this together. We're gonna get through this.
So the and you did 5 years of development on this thus far, and most of that has been building the infrastructure of the server technology. Apparently, the AI stuff you've got going on as well. Systems pretty much behind the scenes, and you feel like it's at the point of enough polish there to where this is where you're gonna show other people like what's the reason why you're wanting to share it is because you feel it's at a point then where you can show the basic gist of what you're going for. Is that what the general purpose of this is all then for you? And just so give them some insight on it. Like, so the 5 years has been just mainly getting everything together, get it working, the system's all in, and now you're into the cleaning up the bugs phase, adding in new assets to replace placeholders and polishing it up. Is that where you're at then?
Yeah, so correct. This man has done his homework. We have spent the past 5 years working tirelessly around the clock to develop the core, basically all of the core game loops. And it was pretty funny. I was responding to YouTube comments because I'm a masochist like that, and talking about what does that mean, core systems. And the list is long. So it's everything from PvP, general combat, player controllers, the backend networking, persistence, base building, crafting, surviving, harvesting, like all of the things that essentially give you a foundation of a survival game. And we got to that point about a year and a half ago, and that's when we started inviting select members of our community in to help take the game from kind of a survival foundation and move it in the direction that collectively we all wanted to go in. So we obviously have a vision and a direction for this game, but about a year and a half ago, once those core systems were in place and at what we call like a minimum viable product level, that's where the community started getting involved. And now I would say about a year and a half later, we have those core systems in place. We're starting to see kind of the nuance of how things are going to be balanced, how things are going to kind of work, how things are going to work together. And now what we're doing is we have this world, we have some really solid gameplay, and it's time to start filling it with custom content. And that's why we're going on a Kickstarter adventure right now, which is a whole fun roller coaster in its right, because thanks to some games that shall be unnamed, the trust level and skepticism for Kickstarter is at staggering levels.
You mean like
So-
95% of the games that are on Kickstarter?
Yeah, the reason I say unnamed because I just don't have the time to go through the entire list. But it's something where what most games do is Kickstarter is like the beginning. So they have a vision, they have an idea, they have no idea how to do it, and then that's the time that they think is good to start asking for people's money to pay them to figure out how to do this insanely complex thing. And so we have been burned by just as many of these games as anybody else. And what we did 5 years ago is I just asked myself, would I trust myself as a stranger to kickstart this thing? And the answer was a solid no. And so every year we would just do that gut check of like, would I trust myself? And it was this year that we got to that point. I'm going to drop some currency on the ground. I'm going to let you go and buy some clothes here. We're cheating. Just so everybody knows.
Yeah, they do know. Yeah, they're showcasing the game so everyone can see everything in it. Like the different aspects. I would say.
Well,
right?
I just wanted to make sure they didn't think I like jacked somebody for this money.
That would have been so much better if you pushed that though. Like, we were going to spawn this in, but I went ahead and just stole it from one of our long-term supporters.
This is why I need to hang out with you more often. As a noob streamer, I don't know how to spin these tales of yore.
So,
Oh,
a
nice.
question here. So the 5 years you've done it has been privately funded by yourself and or like private. Do you have people over your heads? What is the you know? I'm not trying to divulge personal information, obviously, but just generally, like this has been funded by yourself and or you know you have backers already to a degree, or like this has been something you've been doing in free time for 5 years, or.
So from what I understand here, you would like the personal address and telephone numbers of these people? Is that what we're
Oh, I
talking
was hoping
about?
to get social security numbers too.
Okay. I just want to know. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, they live at 782 North Avenue East, and you can reach. No, so this is all our own money over the last 5 years. We have a couple great partners and founders that had a vision. They came to me. I also run a work for hire studio called Iron Belly. We've been running that studio for 12 years.
Okay.
So they came to me with the vision and the desire to make this game, and then we kind of worked with them as a contractor for a while, and then you know, after a couple of years, it became very clear that this project was something that was so much more than just a work for hire project. So I said to them, like, can we come in and be a partner in this journey of making the best survival game ever? Because you know, I'm a big Rust player, I'm a big Ark player, big Conan player. Like, this is my genre, and so I immediately just pitched that to them. They were happy to go that route, and we've been kind of partners ever since for the past 5 years, and building this game. So it's all been funded from all of our own resources. There is no corporate overlord above pulling strings and telling us what we can and cannot do.
Or a
We're
publisher
essentially
either,
just-
or a publisher,
or a publisher.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody like that. I mean, if a publisher wants to come to us with $10 million and say, here's the money,
You
do
got
whatever
2
you
years.
want.
You got 2 years. Yeah.
Right. Well, I would say 7 years is a good amount of time to build a survival game. But if that was to happen, it's not that we would say no to a publisher.
Yeah.
We just haven't found one that came to us with an offer that didn't involve some pretty tight strings. And so it's been all us, and now we're bringing the community in for this next step of the journey, which is filling this world with custom content. So coming all the way back to this meandering monologue of mine, we finally got to that point where we're like, okay, I would trust myself now. We have a fully working, stable game on a server that can hold hundreds of people, and we have all of the table stakes of a survival game. What do we need to spend a lot of money on? It's filling this world with custom content, and that was when 4 months ago we said, let's see what we can do on Kickstarter, and go from there. So there is a lovely Kickstarter running right now for everybody who wants to know. And if you want to actually know more about the game, that is the best place to go, because I've spent countless weeks putting up descriptions and GIFs of everything in the game.
Okay, so you have a
if you
lot of
want
info
to do
on
deep
there.
dive.
Okay. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, look at that. Your chat doesn't ban me for posting a link. Wild.
We have a command for it.
Wild.
I have a command there.
Cool.
Yeah, just exclamation point FV kick, all one word, and it is a link directly to it. Also, exclamation point FV will do a link to your webpage and Steam page.
Wow, that's awesome. Love you. So just so everybody's clear, it's not FV Kivik.
No.
Y4. Nice try. Looking for the secret Easter eggs, but that's not it. So we're going to go through like the first bit of every survival game here. We're just chopping down trees. We're looking for wood. You might notice like the flowers that are spawning on the trees.
Is that
You
like
might wanna-
like the rust thing?
That's like the rusting, except for you get like a nicer little tune.
And then it goes somewhere else. And is it
Yeah, so I just-
doing more damage? Does the tree actually get broken down?
It does, yeah. So we're using the equivalent of the rock in Rust. So this is like a very beginner tool. It's not doing a lot of damage, but it's better than nothing. And it's just going to take a little longer to take down this tree. But, you know, we're still getting... Oh, there it goes. Still getting wood, and obviously what we want to do first in our lovely attire. Did you put on those hot pants I gave you?
I got me some nice khakis, man. I got some nice khakis
got-
and a shirt on. I mean, hot pants. Is that what? Oh my
You got
god.
hot pants, and I got you the booty shorts too. I think. Oh, let me just look at how you. Ooh,
Can't I?
oh,
I can't rotate my character in the character screen. I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah, that's actually.
Oh, I
nice.
should
We
have gotten more glutes. I didn't even think about checking if there's a glute slider. Crap.
Oh, there was definitely a glute slider. That's okay. I mean, you got kind of a flat ass in these, but maybe we'll switch to the hot pants later, and we'll see if we can put a thousand bits for hot pants.
There we go. Oh, what are these? Wait,
Oh.
those are different. Wait, those are different pants. Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, can I
Nice.
scroll
Yeah,
my camera in and out further while I'm in third person?
No, you cannot.
Is there a free cam?
So Alt is the free cam. Holding down left Alt.
Okay. And mouse wheel, I have this instinct to mouse wheel to roll in and out. Okay, so you get like 180-degree pan you can do?
Yeah. So what? I'm trying to think of what kind of hotkey we could do to change the zoom. I can't do shift because then you can't sprint and free look. I can't do control because that control and mouse wheel goes in and out of the mini map. I don't know. Might have to figure this out. Oh, so and you figured out you can hit B to go into third person mode. So look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Literally, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Literally,
Those are
yeah.
great.
Fancy fanny pack pants.
Oh yeah, you're the whole package, my friend. The whole package. And you got a great coconut. Is that a coconut in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm just happy in general.
Love it.
Just you know,
Love
it's a Hawaii. I mean, I've never been, so now I've been. Even though it's post-apocalyptic, I can still tell all my if there's any friends left that I've been to Hawaii now. So I'm good to go. I'm happy.
Hey, you can tell me. I'll be as impressed. Tell your mom. She'll be happy.
She'd be like,
Happy to
"Oh,
know
that's
that you
great.
can
How
help."
much it cost you?"
How are you wasting all your money on these stupid trips? Put it in your 401k, damn it.
So I have a thing upper right hand corner that says gather stone. Is these like duties or like little quest goals that will give you something once you complete it, or is it part of like the tutorial to get you set up to start building? Is that what that
Yeah.
looks like? Okay.
Yeah, it's mainly just something that I can shame you about if you don't do it. And we're gonna go find some stone. We just put this on Tuesday, and we're so excited because this has, it's a survival game, so I think a lot of people just kind of expect that it's going to be a pretty harsh kind of no hand holding experience. I think all the stone. Looking for stone for you.
There
We'll go
is
find some.
that is a very heavily opinionated thing on what that actually is. So like some games like there's no hand holding where it absolutely drops you in with no information whatsoever, and I feel like
Right,
that's
right.
not what we're looking for. Some guidance at the beginning to help you get settled in is good. It still can be considered no hand holding, but it just lets you know this is what you got to do something, and then if the progression's built well enough, you won't need anything else, and there doesn't need to be any more hand holding outside of that to kind of get you going. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a better take on it than just like Immortal. Immortal just drops you in. Good luck, and there's 25 million different options in the UI.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Oh, you've already figured out right mouse button is for gathering stone?
No,
So smart.
it said use the right tool for it, and I just held right click, and there we have it. So, I'm
so
pretty much
left
pretty much an expert. Just saying.
Pretty much a pro gamer. I get it. Esports, Lambo money coming in left, right, and center.
I wouldn't
We
buy
got,
one even if I did have the money. I'll tell you, I just put it in the pocket.
You just go to Hawaii. So we got this tool, this shark tooth frying pan. It's got two uses. One is left click. That's going to use the shark teeth to do like a slashing bladed attack, and then the right mouse button is using the blunt end or the blunt flat face, and that's going to be doing more of a blunt force attack. So that's what you want to use on stone to get a little bit of a buff or a bonus in terms of how much stone
And
you're gathering.
is the flower on this too, or is it just? I can't see it if it is. There it is, right there. Okay. It kind of blended in some, so
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's kind of bright outside.
it is, but it's fine.
And,
A little shiny out.
all right, well, don't worry. The sun will go down, and you can hit tab if you want to go into your settings and change your gamma or do whatever else you want in there. I don't know if you change your graphics or.
I brought
off
it down
head
just a
bob or whatever else you
smidge.
do.
I brought it down just a smidge. It was a little bitey, but obviously it's a early alpha, so there shouldn't be any optimization done yet anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent amount of optimization at the end of the day, but we definitely have certain areas in the game that need to be more optimized than others, and it's also depends on the time of day. But have we gathered our stone? Have you got all your stone? that
I'm
you
short
need?
too. I'm
And-
short too.
Okay, I need some wood. So you get your stone, I'll get the wood.
So on the
And
bottom of
we'll
the screen, I'm assuming that that's hunger, thirst, and maybe rest or something. And then are the other three like debuffs? Because I see the hazmat sign. It looks like a wave for water, and then there's like a lightning logo. Is that what those are, or?
Pro gamer. Yeah, we got hunger, water, and then the last one. What is the last one? It's heat, I think. Temperature. Yeah, temperature. And then the lightning is shock. So every body part on your body, can accumulate shock points, and when they reach a critical mass of shock points, then they break. So if your leg, and what happens is like the shock points are kind of dealt if you accumulate enough damage in a very small period of time, and then there's kind of buffs. Like if it's a blunt force attack, it's going to give more shock over a slashing one. But basically what it does is it looks for, has this body part been hit with a big bunch of damage in a short period of time? If it has, it drops like 20, 50, 100 shock points on it, depending on how much damage it took. And then if that body part accumulates 50 shock points, it breaks. So your legs will break, your arms will break, you'll get concussed, all of that kind of stuff.
And when that happens, I assume an icon comes on the screen. If it's your leg, you get slowed or crippled or something like that. It kind of like a 7 days to die kind of thing, or what all?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, and then you got to make yourself a splint and slap it on your leg or your arm. And so, yeah, if it's on your leg, you're limping, you can't jump, your stamina doesn't really regen very well, and you got to put a splint on. I mean, you don't have to. It'll just take a longer time to heal. But a splint will heal you up a lot faster to let you move faster. And the same for the arm. I think with the arm broken, your recoil is off the charts, and your weapon aim is terrible, and all of that stuff.
I do have
Until
to
you put
say,
the splint on.
the character controls, like the movement, the response of the mouse sensitivity for me, and the movement with the strafing is pretty nice. I haven't. Well, the crouching seems pretty standard. Okay, so it's a hold, not a toggle. Okay, yeah, that actually is pretty nice. And I know I'm going a little bit off target here, but and then I guess very faintly I'm seeing two half radials. One is red, I guess, is my health, and the other one is stamina. Is that what that is?
Yeah. So what I wanted to do with this HUD is I really wanted to give people the information they need when they need it, and then the rest just goes away so that you have as minimal of a HUD as possible. So we are going to work on the stamina and health a little bit more, but basically, we're like you and I are at full stamina, full health, so it just goes away because you don't really.
You don't
it's
need it.
there,
We don't
but
need the
barely.
information, really. Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you and I hold down shift and start sprinting this way, you'll see immediately that stamina bar just brightens up a little bit.
Okay.
And what happens is as it drains lower and lower, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And what we will end up doing, which we definitely need to do this, is we need to make those bars get thicker as it gets lower as well, because
Yeah.
it's hard to see it. It's hard to see it now, but at like 60% stamina, I don't really care. But it's still, even though it's a lot brighter at 30% stamina, it's still hard to see it. But the problem with this is if you make it too visible when it has a lot of bars, it actually causes motion sickness for like 30% of players. So you have to find this balance where, again, you only need it to be really visible when you need to see it, or else. Because before we just had them bright and thick, and I'm like, cool, it's always there. And then I'm like, why am I so sick to my stomach every time I play this game? All of a
Maybe you
sudden?
can make an accessibility option too, like have it.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Just have it where like somebody wants to be like World of Warcraft, where that stuff's in your face all the freaking time. Versus that, I mean, both that sounds valid, and I don't know how much work that would make, but I like the idea of that, and the idea of if it stays like this, but it does thicken up and maybe get a little bit more full as you go further down. That does make more sense to me. Because that information obviously is very pertinent. I guess what happens when we run out of stamina? We just don't swing as fast. We can't sprint. Do we walk slower? Are we burning up more food?
All of those things, yep. And
Okay.
And then you just have to hit crouch. Crouching and moving will recharge. Crouching and not moving will recharge you even faster. Proning and not moving will just make your stamina just shoot up. And I'm trying to find you. Oh, you went way over there. So I sent you a party invite. So if you go to Partay, you should be able to.
This random person named Espeon sent me one.
Join the John Bain team. It doesn't let me put zeros in the party names, I don't think.
It didn't let me do it for my character name either. At least I was able to do caps though. So
That's nice. That's nice. Let's see. Can I do it for? So used to not using numbers.
it's funny because I've had
Alright.
this name since 2001. Like I had the website since 2001.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
With the number in it.
yep, that's what I started
Uh-huh.
back then from musician days. So
Ooh, a musician. That's why you're such a showman.
yeah, you know, long hair, used to spit on people, the whole 9 yards.
Well, at least you stopped at.
They
spitting.
liked it.
That-
I mean, that's the only reason why I did it. It's like, do it again. I'm like, okay, yeah. I was like, all right. Well, there they go. They liked it.
Mikey, I think he likes it. So where I see you on my mini map. Okay, I gotta zoom in a little bit.
Are you the green, or I'm the green? I'm the red, and you're the green.
Yep, you're the red on the green. All right, so we want to. So did you make yourself? You got a stone axe.
I was going to,
Make myself a stone
I
axe.
was gonna craft it, but I was just waiting. I didn't want to, break any rules and make it.
No. So I'm just kind of here to do what you want to do, answer questions, talk about the game with the community. That's kind of what I'm here for. So we have a whole thing that we can take you through, and Brandon's going to be joining us here in the next little bit and kind of take over because I have dinner with the wife. but he's gonna
Oh, I
take you
see
through
what's
the
more
rest of it.
important to you. Okay, I understand. It's fine.
Well, only
No, it's
come on,
okay.
only on
It's-
Thursdays.
It's too
only
late
on
now.
Thursdays. You know you're more important than my wife of 10 years every other day of the week, but Thursdays is the day.
I
We've
said
gone
Thursday
over
was the
this.
most important day for me.
We went over this.
You
said you weren't gonna
yeah,
talk
you said
about
you
this
think
on
about it, and I was like, yeah, you better think about it really good.
Oh, I thought of it. Anyway, Brandon is way better than I am anyways. He's a much funnier guy.
Is Fernan Dots one of your peoples in the chat?
Yeah, so we probably got a bunch of people in here that are going to help answer questions as well.
Okay, just want to know, just so people know, like, we know who's who and whatnot. What I'll do is just for tonight, I will make them VIPs so people
Whoa.
can see. I would
a
give
lot
it
of
to you,
responsibility.
but you're leaving. So
Yeah. But
I
for
don't know
now,
if can I make
we're-
them a VIP? Well, let me do that.
We're gonna get another stream on the books on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Friday when
Okay.
you are the most important person in my life.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that really. If you're just saying that just to save some face or whatnot. So
I just want to make sure that I stay in your good books because I gotta call in some favors later in the music scene. Or I can't. If you're never gonna spit on me if you don't like me, so I make sure to.
I was the equal opportunity spitter, so you're good. You're good.
Oh,
So I have a question too. Right now, as it stands, do you have a regrowth mechanic for the trees, or they just spawn back? Do you have plans for how the environment's going to react over time? Or no, it's not really that big of a deal, but since we're looking at a tree right now, a cut tree, is it just pops back in and we're good to go? I mean, that doesn't make or break a game for me. I'm just wondering, do you have other ways you're planning on making stuff come back? Because there's some games where it actually, like, over time, there's a different model that spawns every so long until it's fully grown or anything like that.
Yep. 100%. So right now, the trees, they just kind of like pop back in the exact same spot. Our foliage system is in a good enough state. And so because this is a game where we're essentially making all of the hardest things about a video game at the same time, what we like to do is we like to get a system to good enough until all of the important systems are at that good enough state. And then we move them all up to the next level. And our foliage system is, I think it's 2 systems away from being the top system that we're going to refactor and move to the next level. So right now, they just spawn back in, same with the rocks and everything else. But the next iteration of our foliage system, it'll involve growth. It'll involve being able to harvest all of these like little bushes. It'll involve more of like a wood chopping system like you would have in the forest or green hell, where you have to kind of like chip away at a side of the tree.
Gotcha.
And so it's going to be a lot more comprehensive, but that's probably, I would say, like, I don't know, let's say 3 or 4 months down the road.
Okay. Mods, if you can figure it out, could you VIP them too? I'm trying to keep this going, and I don't want to. If you don't mind doing that, that'd be awesome. Hulk and
So
TG or whatever.
Wicked Krypton in chat is making a good point, and it's a point that we're always kind of shocked at and surprised at, that he or she is saying that this is the first game that they've seen set in Hawaii, and there's been a couple, but because like Hawaii is just this amazing place that we love so much, and it's so crazy that nobody makes more games set in this incredible place because it's like the most beautiful spot in the world. So it's a no-brainer for us, but you're right, it's something that doesn't happen very often.
I'm more of a mountain guy myself, to be honest, but I understand the draw of Hawaii for sure because it is gorgeous, and I don't feel like it's been explored that well in games. So
they got mountains. They got mountains in Hawaii.
Those are volcanoes, though. Those are more volcanoes than.
Are you scared of a little volcano?
I prefer ones like snowy peaks and fir trees and wolves that kill you on sight, and then you drop all your loot and you spawn like a long ways away and have to run back and get it, and you might not because the freezing weather,
I can make that happen for you. I have an axe with your name on it. You have to craft some twine.
Yes.
This is taking us. I like it. This quest is taking us down the path that I was going to take us anyways. I've never actually done the quest line because it's all new.
Twine.
So I need to craft some arrows.
Quest. Okay, so there's a questing thing there, and we do twine now, and it saves what we have in the filter. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Like when we type a filter in crafting, it doesn't go away.
Yeah, a lot of thought's been put into the UX and thinking about that side of things for sure. And so just looking at how we can make the interface, and Brandon can go into some of the more advanced features of our UI. But we've actually taken a lot of inspiration from like productivity tools and productivity apps.
Gotcha.
Not just video games, but you've got that, and then you'll get a bow. I'm gonna hop off. Brandon, you here?
Nope, he's not.
Brandon. Okay, Brandon's not here. We'll just wait for Brandon to show up.
He doesn't like us anymore. Oh, he's back now.
No, he's in the party. So Brandon is our head QA, head of community, head of everything. He's really my boss, so I just do what he tells me to do. He is going to take it from here.
Thank you.
John, I want to do this on a not Thursday, when you are the most important person in my life.
Well, no one told me about Thursday wasn't good for you. You know that, right? I arbitrarily threw up a day, and no one said it was bad.
See, I'm such a pushover that I was just going to say yes no matter what. I didn't think about it until now. But so what I'm excited for is after this is done, of going to your community, maybe getting a couple of your favorite people in and doing some sort of base building competition or having some adventures that only a group of people can have in this game. So let's do this again very soon. I'm going to raid you with all of our people, and we got already a lot of our people in there. Anyways, Brandon, take it over from here, my friend.
You have a good one, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out at the beginning.
Yeah,
Have a good one.
He doesn't stick around that long, does he? When he's ready to go, he's ready to freaking go.
It's the Irish exit.
1 second. It looks like they can't use the FV kick command. I have it set up for everybody, by the way. It is in there for everybody, TG and Hulk. Everyone, usage, true. You're good to go, everyone. I'll turn it to moderators and see if that does anything for you. Try it now.
Let me just bring up your chat on my screen too.
I wonder why it won't let you conflict. Wonder, is there another command in here? I'm just gonna change the name.
The abs of justice are upon you.
Oh, thank you for bringing the people by. I appreciate that, Ryan. I'm gonna change it from that to, I'm gonna call it FV Kickstart, and I'll change the title too. Try that out. See if that works.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you.
I am the Omicron.
And
Thank you for following. Hello. How you doing?
Welcome all the people from our chat.
How you doing tonight, Brandon?
Thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. So far, so good. Having a good night. And I am changing a title right now. I have exclamation point FV for your website and the Steam page, and then FV Kickstart for the Kickstarter link as well. So it's all there.
Okay, perfect. I'm just bringing up your chat on my end just in case I can see any questions.
Nice shirt. Freaky Tiki, is that what that says?
Oh yeah, Freaky Tiki. It's one of the variants of the shirts you can buy in the from the vendor currently.
Okay.
There are plans to change it where you can pick the actual variation.
TG says they cannot VIP people. I'm not sure if I have time to jump in that. We'll see. If we go on a break, then I'll check then. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to promise VIPs and then it not happen. So, we're doing this quest. I have to craft arrows now, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're ahead of me.
Get on my level, man. How long you been playing this game for?
I mean, I've already got 1,200 hours, but
I
I
mean,
didn't realize I was with a professional.
I'm just saying, you know, I've been doing this like pretty much all my life. Like I was playing Pitfall when I was in my mother's womb. Okay, so you know, it's just not really.
Definitely been surviving a lot longer than me.
Yeah. Well, everybody's been surviving a lot lately, so.
That is definitely true. So I'm gonna make my way up to you. You know, get.
Yeah. No rush. You're good. You're good. So, do you have anything you'd like to share overall
Taste
about
of
the game
goodness
to
has
everybody?
arrived.
It's overall to everybody. You know, while we're waiting for you to get caught up here, or.
So far Ryan's really caught everything. I was thinking once I get up, we can kind of go through the building process, kind of show you a little bit more in-depth stuff on how that works, and kind of go through the whole motions of the game.
Sure. And how long have you been with them as the QA lead with
I
Paddle
think
Creek?
I think it might have been 8 months now.
Okay.
So not as long as everyone else, but quickly came on, fell in love with the game. I come from a huge ARC background. I had 7,000 hours in that game on PC alone, 2,000 on console.
I'm sorry you played it on console. I'm very sorry you had to play it on console.
Yeah. You know, sacrifices had to be made. You know,
Tasty goodness has arrived.
friends couldn't have a good PC because most of them, the frame rate was really bad, so compromises were made.
Yeah. I've got thousands of hours in Arc 2 and Conan, and least favorite one out of them all was Rust for me. But that was because of the wipes of the servers. We do long-term builds, and so that really doesn't really help with that. But the style of how Rust is, of course, if it's their gameplay format. So, but yeah, lots of Arc and lots of Conan. So here, I don't know if you ever heard of Pooping Evolved, but I was with them for a while too, doing stuff with them.
Were you? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
I am thirsty, like very thirsty. Do I need to go find water, or
Let me see. I got a coconut here.
I can eat a coconut? Is that what it is? All right, I have
Yeah,
one. Let me try that out then. I left-clicked it, and it's filling up. Okay. I got 2 of them, so I'll use that. That gives it to 2/3 full.
Yeah, I dropped some on the floor, so you should be good.
Okay. Oh, there it is right there. Thank you. Can you pick up arrows after you shoot them? Eddie asked that question in chat. I didn't see. Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 ways you can do it through the proximity loot system. So just opening up your inventory, going near it, it'll appear in the bottom right. Or you can just highlight it if you see it. So like, shoot me. You know, this is for science.
I love science. It's sparkling. Okay, does that mean it's interactable?
Mm-hmm. So you should be able to.
No.
So go to your.
Let me shoot
press
you
tab.
somewhere else.
Oh yeah, because we're in a PvE zone.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So if you go into your inventory screen and go to the bottom right.
There's a loot. Oh, there's a window
On the
there?
right. Yep. So we do need to improve the icon. It'll be the first one there.
Ah, I see. It says there's 2, but I really didn't see them, and I take all. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A next explosion. I'm sorry. Thank you for the tier 3 for 10
So
months.
that'll be one thing
and
that changes.
Fractured Devil. Oh, Fractured Veil. Thank you for
so
the
this area
gift
is
of
not
sub.
really good. There's some mutants around here, so I'm thinking we'll move somewhere else to kind of build and get things going.
Okay. Do you have any other chat? Do you have any other questions? Throw them out there. I'll try to see them, and we'll get them asked too.
I'll try to answer them as gracefully as Ryan does.
You call that graceful?
Yeah.
Trying to pick on the guy. Come on, come on. No, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there's obviously him doing what he does, definitely has the experience of oratory skills, probably better than a lot of people probably do as well. So, but no one's gonna fault you, or anything like that. So, is that a triangle base we're seeing here? Did someone do something interesting? Oh, this is a POI. This is a POI, or is this someone's place?
No, this is someone's base. They were using a mix of the, so this one's just a regular square foundation. The other ones are triangle foundations.
Okay, and it looks like they have the same length on the sides of them too. So it's it's an equilateral triangle, assuming, not a 90. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Makes
we're
it easier to
gonna
do
cross
walls.
the river.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, there is swimming.
So it'll be. Yep. A lot of people are like, why doesn't New World have it? Which I'm surprised as well. It has a sinking.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I don't mind. It's better than invisible walls, in my opinion. But yeah. In your full armor, I don't think you should be able to, personally. But if you were butt naked, I think you should be able to swim, personally. So that's my thought.
Yeah, I feel like that's the distinction that would matter.
Warmonger, thank you for the bitty bits,
I'm
man.
pretty much caught up to you. I just need a bow, but I think we'll focus a little bit on building just to get things going.
Okay.
So I come from a PvP background, so most of the stuff that I build ends up in rectangles, so I'm hoping that's where your expertise comes in.
And honeycomb style walls and whatnot.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like as long as the balance in that in games is important to me, so that's about the thing. Oh, you're going for the flowers, aren't you? So that was your main draw for Arc was PvP, so I assume you stayed on official when you went to PC?
Yeah, so I was probably one of the rare few that only played official.
Okay.
Which I think the only time I actually went to private servers was probably maybe like a few months out of the time. That was after a wipe. Other than that, I'm just kind of like the official grinder type of game fan.
Gotcha. Yeah, I usually am in the building sense, for at least where most people watch from, is a more of an aesthetic kind of style of building. And with function though, not just like, here I made a beautiful castle, but I absolutely use it for nothing. I try to make everything I build have for functional, but also make it look good for what it does. That's usually my goals when building. So this is the basic foundation here.
Yep, this is the basic foundation. I'm about to put a totem down. That way we'll be able to work on this base together. We'll get your permission set on it as well.
And this is the equivalent to, I guess you could say, thatch, or is it more like a wood type of? Would you compare it? 200 hit points. I have nothing to base off of how strong that is.
Yeah, so this is thatch. So it is the lowest tier. Originally it was really weak, but we did increase the health on it quite a bit because a lot of people were actually really liking the style of the art of it. So we wanted to reinforce it a little bit. But I'll run through the rest of the tiers with you as well.
So this is the land claim, and it has a radius around it whenever you place it to say, hey, no one else can build within the certain radius around it, or spherical shape.
Yep, correct. Do you have enough to build a construction tool?
Probably. We'll see. I did gather a good amount. Crafting. Oh, that's quick craft screen. So construction tool. It is there. I can make 2 of them. All right,
Yeah, just make one. If you have enough left over, make an upgrade tool.
An upgrade tool after that?
Yep, correct.
All right. Black Dawn, when I spoke to them originally, they also said that it's a balance thing going on too. So there's as much activity on a PvE scale to a certain extent for drive
Tasty
motivation to
goodness
play
has arrived.
outside of just PvP too. Monk, thank you for the tier 1 for 20 months. I appreciate that. All right, I've made the upgrade tool. It's on it automatically populated my hotbar. So 6 is the build. Oh, so that shows me my radius around the idol.
Yep, and you're also able to do adjacent totems. So if I put a foundation down, we can extend the range. So what this will do is this will actually cover this radius. So when you put resources into the totem, it'll help with upkeep. If you want to go and check in the inventory of the totem just to see what it has to offer.
So let's see. Upkeep time 6 days, 18 hours, 40 minutes for 244 wood. Energy per hour. There's a shield level. Daily upkeep is 36. That's not bad. I was going to ask too if there were higher grade totems that gave you bigger plots, but having more of them is actually nice. Now, when you place this totem, can you place it inside the existing field and outside of it? Another one? So, or do you have to put it outside?
It has to be inside, and the totem also needs to be put down on a foundation, so it's not something you can put on a different floor.
Okay, that's good to know too. So that way the system knows it's tying it into the original build, so it's all considered one, or is it just so you can manage the if a raid were to happen or something, they could see they have a point of progress. Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And then also with adjacent totems, you'll be able to pull the inventory from the adjacent totem as well. So say you're outside of the range and one totem doesn't have the resources in that specific totem, it'll pull from the adjacent one.
Okay, so like auto balance pretty much in a way. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So that is the building, and then we have the repair, the upgrade tool, which is a lift, a jack, if you will. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially this will allow you to repair but also upgrade. So if you right mouse button, you'll bring up the upgrade menu.
Gotcha. And your material is saved, so then I could just have to go to a new one and do that, and I need to repair it after I upgrade it. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And that's the stone one, and then you have a metal one, which I don't have any metal, so yeah.
Yeah, we don't have metal yet. We do
Okay.
have some metal nodes in the area, but for now we'll just kind of build
Yeah.
the frame out in Thatch and kind of get something going. I'll leave the design more or less up to you. Let's farm some stuff in the area and get us going.
So right-click brings up the building menu. You have thatch, triangle. Oh, there's rounded ones too, and you have the foundation stairs tied in. Now, can foundations stack on top of each other?
They cannot.
Okay. Is there a pillar and ceiling system then, I assume? Or is it just walls and ceiling?
So there's walls, ceilings, and there's also thatch frames, which you upgrade to higher frames, which increase the integrity. Because there will be a certain point where you can't place something unless there's a supporting wall or a supporting frame.
And so once we build even the pieces not fully up, you have to go through and actually repair it to finish off the piece?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It'd be cool if there was like an actual visual cue, like a graphic that changed. Like, let's say you put it down and it was just kind of like the frame or something with a little bit of flooring, and then as you repaired it, it would like become what it is now.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Stuff like that, as well as like we're always looking for community suggestions. So anytime we have any streams, we kind of go over everything, kind of make some notes. If something isn't suggested in our Discord, we'll kind of like go back and make sure that's something that we keep an eye on, because we're trying to be as community driven as possible. And a lot of the stuff that we've implemented so far has actually come because of suggestions that the community has made.
Okay. And are these trees choppable? Am I doing something wrong?
So for those trees, you'll need a higher tier axe.
Okay. Because they're
So
a
you'll
little more heavier or hardwood.
Yep, correct, yep.
Okay. I actually like that. I prefer that. That's nice. And sorry if I try not to cut people off too much when they're mid talking, but sometimes excitedness or intrigue will override that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem at all. I mean, I do that too as well. Sometimes I just get a little excited talking about something, and then it kind of just happens, right?
It's all good. As long as I'm having fun and things are getting done, that's good. Definitely metal. I asked about that in the initial conversation. He asked if there's going to be private servers. So the way that the technology works on that, a regular server cannot handle the game. So to speak, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes because it has a larger number of players. That it manages the way that AI works, I believe, and also how the metaverse, or you could say, or the multiverse of the servers work too.
Correct.
Let's chop my first real good tree. Oops. So how do we get more coconuts if I were to want to go? It was just by chopping trees, I'll populate my inventory, or is there more way?
So there is a specific tree that you have to hit, one of the palm trees that have them in it, and it's kind of like a random chance. It's not something where it's like you're going to get them every time.
Oh, okay, it has a little bit of drop on it. It's a turn. It's interesting. I'll get back to work.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more wood inside the totem, and I think we'll just build up quite a bit, make something big enough so we can eventually get like a siege going.
Okay. Do you want to
Kinda
explain some of the
Ryan
siege to them? I know he talked about it a little bit, but I don't know if you want to share with the community the specifics of it.
Yes, so while you're building a base, what'll happen is once it gets built up enough, there'll be something called like a Mutant Siege that can occur. The difficulty is kind of based on how big and the tier of the materials used, or foundation specifically, in order for the difficulty to be like calculated. So once you get to a certain point, and you're built up enough, it becomes a threat to the mutants. So it'll attract a huge siege that will kind of go through waves and have mutants attacking it.
And base defense wise, is it up just to you, as in what weapon technology you've got? Is there like buildable base def, like a low grade, like, you know, trebuchet, or you know what I mean, like something like that, anything like that at all? Or
so right now, currently we have barricades. We're working on implementing more traps, but I believe there's been a suggestion for the trebuchet type weapon as well for defense. So if anyone's in the Discord and wants to see something like that, make sure you head to the suggestions channel and start upvoting. It kind of brings a little bit more clarity on what the community wants.
Okay. And I guess I should have asked Ryan when he was here if y'all had a wish for release kind of actual true date. Do y'all have an idea of where you're trying to get to where it's more like closer to ready? Like, is there any type of timeline or anything like that available for people to see? Like where, you know, when each, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even think of the word.
Kind of like a roadmap?
Yes, a roadmap. That is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, so I don't know the exact specifics on that. I do know that's something that's going to be in the works. I think with the Kickstarter just launching, that's something we'll be looking into and kind of updating people on as well. Because also, like, as the Kickstarter gets more funded, ideas might change. Things might kind of take like a forefront in what wants to get focused on first. So we'll be making sure we update the community on stuff like that. And once we have a clear roadmap, we'll definitely be linking you to it, as well as everyone else, of course.
So can I rotate pieces? Yes, you can with a mouse wheel. Okay.
You should also be able to use R.
Okay, okay. I'm not trying to do anything fantastic. Just want to see how the pieces look and how it turns out. I guess that one should be rotated too, because I don't like that. How would I dispose of that piece there? If I were to want to change that, would that be just hit it and it breaks, or is there a destruction specific mechanic with your tool?
So right now, the way it functions currently, if I place it, only I can recycle it. That's going to be changing soon. So as long as you're in the party or within the certain group, along with the totem, you'll be able to do that.
Gotcha. So
but for the time being, it's kind of individually specific.
It's tied to the player or whatever, actor or whatnot. I keep coughing. Am I sick?
You are dehydrated.
I'm only halfway on my bar. Gregory, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Or not Gregory. Yeah, thank you for the follow.
Oh,
Damn
no, that's
silly
actually
drinks.
me you're hearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, because my health is actually really low.
Hey, you should probably make sure you watch your your hydration there, buddy? Just in case, you know.
Survival mistake number 1.
We have someone from our community. Oh, can I rotate? Oh, it did it that way now? Interesting. Is it because...
Yeah, that's been a request where people want it so that if you put it a certain way, the next tier will kind of inherit that rotation.
I rotated it the other way, though, with the original one. Like, it was... So, is the model actually... Okay. Cool.
So it's not so much that the model, it's just the rotation of it isn't inheriting. That is a huge suggestion, though, so that'll probably be implemented as well.
Yeah, because that one floor right there is going to bother the living crap out of, some people. I do like the wood one, and it looks like we have little, like, pier logs, I guess, are what are holding it up.
Oh, yeah. That's like one of the things, like the amount of detail alone that's been put into the building system is just incredible.
So let's say I did an upgrade from, like, let's say I threw down a thatch piece or something like that, and I went straight from wood to stone. If I did wood and it's like, nah, I want to do stone, it just keeps the base hit points and just transfers it over to the new one. Like, if we went through 3 iterations of it without actually repairing it, it's just the same, right? It would just still be at like 150 hit points, but have whatever thousands of 1,000 max HP. Is that what it would be then?
Well, with the way it works now is once you so it needs to be fully repaired in order for it to be upgraded.
Okay, that makes sense too. That's not bad at all either. That's good. I guess we're trying, so when we get a raid, we're trying to actually defend our idol. Is that what it is?
Yeah, once they break in, mutants will start prioritizing the totem. So what'll happen too is there is the ability for them to actually take claim of the totem. So what happens there is if they attack the totem and get it to a certain, I think it's like 20% of its health, they'll stop attacking the base and they'll just kind of hang out there. So you will be given the opportunity to try to come back and like reclaim it.
Okay, that's kind of cool. The amount of pressure, is it just there to sake of just like, I'm going to smash stuff, but that's actually nice to occupy. So that gives them a little bit, like, I guess you could say, a drive, a reasoning behind why they're, what part of their quote unquote AI goal is. That's nice. So then it gives you a way to strategize against that too. I like that. And then player wise is obviously the original. If you're doing the PvP side of it, is basically you're just trying to give everyone stuff. That's what it is.
Yeah, and with the way it currently is, as well as if you're in the PvP zone, there is the opportunity for you to come across a base that is getting raided. You'll be able to kind of like, you can either decide to help them or kind of capitalize on that type of moment because it is the PvP zone.
So when there's a durability on the tool that eventually, there I see the white circle. Once it goes away, it just breaks out of your hand. Is that what it is?
Correct. There is a repair bench that we have, but the UI is not fully implemented, so it's not functioning quite yet. So with the way it works right now, you can actually recycle it in the inventory. Then you'll be able to, I believe so, yeah. You'll be able to recycle it in the inventory and get a full amount back until that system is fully functioning.
Okay. All right, I'm gathering some more stone so I can make another one of the tools. Does anyone have any other questions too?
Also, I forgot to add as well is once you get your totem set up and you have the upkeep amount, you can actually trigger your own siege on your base because it actually is a really convenient way to start farming the currency rye.
Okay. I had asked Ryan, actually, when I talked to him, when you do that, does it reset the regular timer or does the regular timer still keep going?
As far as I know, it resets the regular timer.
Okay, that makes sense. And you can spawn as many as you want in a row. Is there a cooldown on that?
That is a good question. I believe there is a cooldown, but I'd have to check.
Okay. That'd be interesting to build bases specifically for farming.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see the type of stuff that people come up with, because sometimes, like, as developers, you will have like a certain thing in mind, and then player will come in and just completely turn it on
Emergent
its head.
behavior.
Yep.
That's your job to figure all that out before that happens, though, right?
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. As much as I can try, there will be some things that slip through the cracks, but
Yeah.
I mean the creativity of players is definitely something that, I mean, there probably might be something that wasn't intended but kind of works really well in our favor and kind of just becomes like a feature, but we'll be trying our best just to make sure that things aren't exploitable in a way that negatively affects the game.
Right. Like, emergent behavior is great, but if it completely destroys any of the core systems of the game and how you progress, then that definitely is not bueno.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so these are the basic walls here. The thatch walls.
Yep.
Let me see. I have a torch. What is that? I don't have it equipped, or have I not made it? I'm trying to. Okay, so I need to make one. Crafting. Torch. There's a talent tree. I guess, is that not implemented in yet?
So it's not implemented yet. The UI is still in the works. So once that is finished, that'll be implemented. Do you want to build the second floor?
Tasty goodness has
Yeah.
arrived.
I'm sorry. I was just looking at the models themselves and letting chat see it too. Of the walls. There's a lot of people in my community are building aficionados, and they like the actual how they look. So let them see. Which it does look
And
nice.
that's definitely we like to hear, yeah. I mean, that's one thing that we're strongly looking into, is getting as much feedback as we can for the building system, both aesthetically and functionality wise. Because we know like a huge drive for the game is going to be people who want to create something that looks really nice.
Yeah, it's like the like what happens with any game that has building any of the Valheims or Satisfactories or whatever. Yeah, they're gonna Arc, Conan, all that stuff. So the foundations are there. There's the totem there. Miscellaneous. Where is the ceilings at?
So right now it should be the third option. It'll be under floors.
Okay.
We are planning on implementing roofs. That just isn't in yet. It's still being worked on.
And it pretty much is the same model then as the floor ones, just without the supports on. That's nice then. So there's at least consistency with it. So if you're working on like an overhang,
Yep.
you can at least do a little overhang and make it look good. That doesn't go there. It looks like original initial snap orientation is based on the wall's positioning, too.
Correct. Yep.
Let's put a stair up here. Just so I'm kind of just throwing something together just so we can see the systems too. Not really going crazy right now.
I mean, the mutants will test our system regardless, whether it's functional or.
As long as we have
or
fun, that's what
visually
matters.
appealing. Exactly. We need to try to limit their fun.
So not enough building materials. Okay, I'll go get some more wood. Or you have some in the idle? Is that what you want me to grab it from? Is the idle?
Well, you actually just need it to put it in the idle. When you're building, it'll pull it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, and I've been just putting it in my inventory and just holding on to it and just building it from my inventory. Okay, or have I been? I don't know. There we go. I'm not. Yeah, you're right. That's.
So what it'll do is it'll pull it from your totem first.
Okay.
And then your inventory, I believe. Which is probably what was happening there.
Have coconuts when you eat one. Make sure you check your hydration, man. Don't want you to get, hurting. So as the progression goes with, let's say gathering, whatnot, obviously you said there's a higher level axe to get higher level trees. Does that affect how long it takes for you to chop lower level trees when you get a better axe? Is there let you chop them quicker? Do you get more mats? Is there anything like that tied into the system?
Yeah, the higher quality tool, essentially the faster things go, as well as there are some resources where you need a higher tool, specifically the large trees that you see in the distance. Those ones you'll need the highest tier axe.
And how many tiers are there available right now with the tools? Like going, is it variable like between the pickaxe and the axe? Are there different levels of tiers, or is there like 3 tiers right now of like a stone axe, or I mean of axes for chopping, and then 2 tiers for pickaxe, or what else available?
So for the pickaxe, you're able to use the shark tooth pan, then it goes to stone axe and then iron axe. For the wood cutting, it goes from the shark tooth pan all the way up to a buzz saw axe, which is one more than the mining, essentially.
Okay.
There are plans for even further progress, but nothing to kind of showcase right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting the fundamentals down, so at least there's something that shows the progression and what drives you for that. So that's nice. So if we're in the middle of building this, but I guess we would be putting down different types of tables. Then you talked about the repair table, which isn't ready yet, but there's different types of crafting benches / different things like that we'll be looking to doing. Then
Yeah, so once we get everything going here, just to speed things up, so like what you would do is the crafting bench and the research bench are both available at the vendor when you first spawn in. So you'll farm the rye currency from either looting out things in the world, scavenging, or killing mutants.
okay.
So your main priority progression will be kind of get like a research bench, because you can buy something from the vendor, but if you don't have the recipe learned, you can't craft it.
Okay.
So it's either consume or learn,
Where's the actual
or
door?
loot from someone else, right?
There you go. Is there an actual door too?
Yeah, so that'll be in the 5th one. It'll be in the miscellaneous one.
A door, a lock. Okay, sturdy thatch door. And then we're doing this.
You've probably also noticed as well is like you don't need to go from thatch to wood to stone. You can skip one step and just go from wood to stone, thatch to stone directly.
Okay.
Just as long as the piece is fully upgraded or fully healed.
And just trying to get used to it some too.
I mean, I came in used to the arc system, so like
Just
constantly
completely replacing.
encumbered. Yeah.
That's my life. Encumbered. Yes.
Yeah, encumbered life right there.
Yeah, I mean, if your pockets aren't full of good stuff, what good are you? So then,
I mean, the amount of time I spent on that game, I think it was like at one point, once you're in like a larger group, you're spending 4 to 5 hours just farming metal on the Anki with the quests.
I come from the modded world because I can't stand the collision building. That was the first thing that got me. I would have quit Ark actually when it first came out if I didn't have the no collisions building for me. And after that point, the mods have just like made the game for me. But it doesn't make your experience any less valid either. It's just that's what was my driving force.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we'll be looking at too, is like looking at other games, how mods especially kind of increase the quality of life. Because I feel like when it comes to a lot of games, when it comes to users, they know what's best. They'll end up creating something that works really well, and we'll be looking at other games just to kind of see what other people have created.
Yeah, and there's some games, depending on what they allow to be modded to, will often change what the actual progression / goal of the game is in general too. You get into some of the, like in Ark, if you want to get into that, like some of the Dino overhaul mods and stuff like that, where it completely changes what an Anki is, or anything like that. And then some of the brought in exterior assets making their own like dinosaur spawns, which are there's a fantasy based one where it's all fantasy, kind of thing, and changes that whole progression and what they do. I like
definitely.
that, but it would be hard for y'all then if you're keeping it to where you're the only ones hosting it. Then modding it would be more like hack sync if it's pretty much everything's an official server too.
Yeah, so the direction that Ryan mentioned, as well as like we're, because obviously with the way servers are ran, we can't do the traditional like modding where you give people access to a dev kit and start going there. But we are looking into implementing stuff kind of similar to what Rust has for skins.
Okay. Or add-ons or something like that.
Yep.
I am dehydrated again. Says I have 2 coconuts. Is that right? There we go.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you.
I dropped you one as well.
Asylum, thank you for the follow. Where's it? Where?
Right here.
Okay. It needs a little more sparklies, I feel. I feel like it needs a little bit more sparklies going on, personally. Just.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that suggestion.
Or a little highlighted border around it.
Or we should increase the size of the coconut.
That might be. I mean, it's always. Would you rather have big coconuts or small coconuts? You tell me what you feel.
Definitely big coconut.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is definitely a big coconut game.
There we go. Oh, that's a construction one. Oh, and I broke my repair one. Or my upgrade tool. So I should be recycling it. I'm not really paying attention. I've got a lot of things going on, so I'm not the best gamer of it right now yet. I'll go back on best gamer ever right now.
I mean, this is just the first stream, Next one you'll be prepared. Just going through that menu, hitting the hotkeys instead of clicking.
So does the inventory update in real time as you're does the repairing itself take mats, or are you just using? Yeah, it does. So because I'm not seeing it come out of the totem yet. Night Owl, thank you very much, man. I appreciate the resub.
Here, let me put down a door. You tell me if it updates.
I don't see anything changing.
What about now?
There we go. It did pull 100 wood.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Hard Knocks, what's up, man? And hey, AJ. Will there be flight, pets, or mounts in this? AJ here to play asks.
So there's no plans for pets or taming or anything like that. There are plans for a fabrication type system where we'll be able to do robots. That would be a better question for Ryan on the specifics of what that would entail, but right now I don't have that information. But it's definitely something that we're looking into. This is looking pretty good.
It says some, something there. At least it's out of stone, so it can possibly take a hit. I don't know. And decent, at least access
Tasty
around.
goodness has arrived.
Yeah, we'll add a few things because there are ranged mutants.
They shoot projectiles.
Yeah.
How good is a window in that case then? Well, I guess if they're shooting up, if we're crouching, we should be okay.
Yep. Though depending on the difficulty of the siege, there's trophy collectors that have the ability to throw. So they'll throw decapitated heads or body parts. Which, depending on the difficulty, will have poison clouds attached to them.
Gotcha. Okay. And it's an arc throw, so like they're throwing in an arc, so it can throw it over the walls and whatnot. So that makes sense.
And through windows, yep. And those are the exact type of mutants that you want to prioritize during a siege.
Get those ranged ones out of the way while the dummy ones just sit there and smack at the walls until you clear it and then get down and clear them.
Yep, exactly.
So how does arm clothing work in here? Is it just skins, or there's actual like different stats for different kinds of armor? Is there things that help out with hydration better, like loss of hydration? Is there anything like that you can build specific sets to aid you in whatever task you're doing?
That's currently being worked on. Right now it's just visually.
Okay. And right now, all the damage scaling from the mutants then are based off of the basic flat number, and the difficulties just there's no way to mitigate anything right now. Just gameplay.
Yeah, currently, yeah.
It's an interesting box. I like that. And weapon technologies. I guess I wouldn't see any if I don't have. Okay, what do we have here? What do we have? What's this? This is the crafting bench here. Okay.
So if you look up at the top as well, beside the crafting bench label, there's a icon to the left of it. If you click that, that'll toggle the view.
Oh, nice. So it kind of gives you all, quote unquote, all the engrams.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And since you haven't learned anything yet, you'll need to research stuff in the research bench. So I'm going to put that down as well, kind of show you the process of that as well.
Okay. And from what I read on there, there's basically 5 different mats at the moment in the game. Is that true? That we're like full procedures of, I think it says like sulfur, I assume for gunpowder or something, or explosives, and then the wood, fiber. Or are there more mats than that?
So there's twine, cloth, fiber, iron, wood, stone, and 127. 127's used at the Thorcon 127 converter to make energy, and energy is used to research different materials as well as buy specific things from the vendor.
Okay. Do you mind throwing down the smelters and all the other little things just so we can see it too? I mean, I don't care if it gets destroyed, or you might as well just show them the pieces so they can kind of see it, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll put it down and kind of give you the mats to go through it and kind of show the process as well.
So that's the smelter there. It pretty much the same. It takes a fuel, and you have resources, and then the inventory is what it's done with. It pops it in there. Okay, sulfur ore. And this right click is what transfers it over. I put it in the inventory.
Yep. Yeah, you can right click it or put it directly.
Okay. And then it uses, what is this? So it uses sulfur to actually fuel it? Or is that?
It uses the wood, so I dropped wood as well.
Okay.
You'll see the fuel source, it'll say wood and then burn time.
Yeah, I think that like some of the droppables need to be bigger, like the wood and the coconut and stuff like that. I think would be probably do better for it. So it's doing 3 at one time?
Yep, correct. And then once you add the iron, it should reserve a specific amount for the iron because it's classified as a higher tiered one.
Okay.
It'll prioritize that one more than sulfur.
And it looks like, okay, I see. It popped the sulfur out of the way, and now it's doing, okay. That's cool. And then that's basically, okay, cool. And that's our metal.
So let's come down here real quick, because I think you need water. Oh, actually, no, you're good.
Yeah, I went over and drank some of your water.
Okay, perfect. You're good.
And backpack, what does that do? Just give you more slots? Or is there's weight and slots in this game? Or how does that work for carrying stuff? I guess it is weight.
Clothing, yeah, so it doesn't upgrade your weight currently, but it upgrades the slots. That is going to change, though. Let me get you a backpack, because we're probably going to have a lot of stuff coming through right now. Give me a second. And that'll definitely need to be increased.
I was going to say, that does not look like a backpack to me. It looks smaller than my fanny pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like some of the
that
icons
is a big fanny pack.
Yeah, but you know, slaughter your thirst. You know, you can't touch that. And and the icon is different. I mean, again, this is alpha, so it's not up. I right clicked it, put it on the ground. Okay, so I just need to drag it and drop it over here in the backpacks. Okay. Oh, so it's like a man purse.
Or you can double click it.
It's a man purse. Yep. Okay. It's a sleeping bag. Is
also
that
very important sleeping bag to put down because as the siege comes, we might get in trouble.
0 deaths. Where is the icon for it? What did it do?
Oh, so that dragged it to your action bar. So if you hit one,
It's a 1. Okay. I guess we could put it up top over the totem because there's walls below that too.
yep. We'll probably build maybe just a few walls around here just to kind of shield them. But I'm also gonna give you the research bench and kind of guide you through that as well.
Okay. Yeah, this is cool. Progression's really nice to see and how it works. AJ asked, when you're in the forge inventory, can you pull supplies from the totem?
Not currently. That is a pretty good suggestion, though. That might make things too easy, but if anyone wants to go ahead and make that suggestion now in the Discord, they can. If not, I'll make a note of it and see what everybody thinks.
That is probably one of the number one used in my community things in Arc and now in Conan is the pulling option to pull from. If it was within the totem range, that would, or there was like a limited range from the totem, maybe that you could do that. That could be strategic too, as well, for in PvP type sieges, is like, you know, or whatnot against that. But that is one thing, is the pull for recipe, if that is it for it. So that's one thing. That's a good question, I think. I mean, if it is in there, it doesn't kill the game, but it is a decent one. All right.
Yeah, those things will be something we definitely take a look at. I'm gonna drop a med kit
Okay.
to have you learn it into the research bench.
So, put an item in the slot to learn the recipe. Did that go to my hotbar too? It did. It says 4. Did I get 4 of them? Is that what it is? Okay. So how do you split stacks in this?
So you can hold right click and drag it into another slot.
Okay, and it splits it in half. Is there a single pull off too?
So there is not a single pull off. There are some quality of life things that people are suggesting to that will kind of need to be looked over to see how later, especially with stack size. That's something that a lot of people really need.
Most games I play, like control and drag, is like a single item pulled out of that stack. If you hold shift and then drag it, if you're holding shift and then dragging it directly, it will split the stack in half. If you hold shift and left click, it'll move the entire stack to the other object if there is another it's like interacting with. And I've seen some games where if you hold down right click, it will bring up a menu to type in the amount you want to pull from a stack too. I've seen that as well. That's in Satisfactory. So, that's like ingrained stuff though. I know shift left click is an ingrained one, and control left click is an ingrained one, at least in me. So, all right, it's almost done analyzing the item, and that just pops up in my head, and then I already know it to do it. Research
So
complete.
once it's done, you'll see. Yep, and it'll tell you what to do.
Oh, okay, that's nice. I like that. I feel like the particle effects or whatever that is actually kind of match the theme of everything too.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled it to my inventory and they didn't put anything in it. That means I learned it by doing that.
Yep, correct. And then come to the crafting bench over here.
There it says learned recipe medkit when I got out of my inventory. Okay.
You can kind of hover over the stuff to kind of filter through stuff as well, and you'll see it medical kit in your inventory.
Okay, I got you. And it takes 25 cloth and 5 iron to make one. And
so
then,
while we're here, I'm just gonna get you a canteen real quick. That way you can split. That way we don't have to keep going back and forth the water catcher.
all right, did that take it out? What did it? Did it put on my bar? Is that what it did? Yes, it did. Okay. I'll go fill it up right quick. Sorry, the sound effect when I fell.
Oh yeah, yeah. That'll be fixed soon. Don't worry.
I did have an animal scurry by that really didn't sound right. I'm assuming that the sound design is just in there just to have some sounds in. Generally speaking, is that what it is?
So there was a change that kind of forked the sounds of certain things. It's kind of going under a new system, so that'll be changed as well.
Okay,
Definitely
so
not intended.
not like the squirrel thing where it's like, yeah, I think
If it's Godzilla.
yeah. So okay, just wondering. Oh, those are the barriers there.
Yep. So I'm gonna drop down some for you to place as well.
So how close can you actually put this to your base? And can the mutants crawl over these, or when they take damage, they get pushes them back a little bit?
So they will come up to it and start attacking it because they want to remove it. It won't repel them, because I feel like if you just had that all around your base, it would kind of just like they'd be playing ping pong. I will for you to place so you can kind of see how close you can get.
Wait, and I can just press, when you drop it, I can just look at the tab inventory and look at my loot there to pick it up if I wanted to. So it's right there, and
Yep.
it shows them. Okay, great. And I can just drag this to 7. It's interesting how this is a crafted item versus it's not a built item. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you have 2 of these stacked on top of each other. Is that what that is? Or is
So
it?
that one's just one. That one's just one.
Oh, okay. The preview doesn't have the lower part on it. Okay, I was just wondering. Okay. So let's just see how this looks here. And they just don't snap with each other. Okay, I got hurt by getting near that. That's cool. I like that. And then in front of the door itself, like come forward a little bit, maybe. So we can pretty much just jump over these two, can't we? Or can we not?
Yep.
No, that hurt pretty good.
We can, depending on the timing of the jump and the direction.
And then what the topography is, if we're jumping from a lower angle, it's definitely not gonna let us through, I guess.
Yep.
What do y'all think about the building pieces? What do you like how it is? Do you like the interface on how the building is with the radial menu for the pieces? Chat. You like the jackhammer? They're really nicely detailed. It's nice for sieges. Oh, you're talking about the barriers, like the stone pieces versus the wood pieces. Yeah, the spikes just hurt me earlier.
So we'll come up here. I will spawn us just like a. I'll make sure we have a bow and kind of like a pistol, kind of show you like the siege system from the start, and we'll kind of work our way up to higher tier weapons.
I guess I should go ahead and make some arrows.
Yep.
Should I make more arrows, I guess? Crafting, arrow. Let's type it in. I like that. All. There it is. Oh, I need more resources for that. I need to get some wood. To instigate a siege, does it cost mats, or is it just you press the button?
I believe it costs mass. I'd have to double check and confirm that. Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna go hit another tree real quick, just so I can hit a tree. I kind of see some baby trees over there. Are there wall torches?
Yeah, there's wall torches. You'll find them in the miscellaneous tab as well.
Okay. I gotta be hitting the flower. There we go.
While you're doing that, I'll get us some medical equipment and stuff going.
Okay. Then I'll grab that pistol from you. And also the bazooka, and I'll take the AK-47. Also, the railgun. I'll take one of those too.
Oh wow, railgun.
Yeah, and a handheld minigun would be good too.
I feel like those are just the start, you know.
Yeah,
Don't
I
wanna
mean,
go too far, right?
yeah, I mean, when you're being Chad, bro, you know, you got to make sure you got all the right stuff for it, you know. Oh, the BFG, yeah, definitely one of those. We want to rip and tear. So, what is the? I mean, I guess there might be some stuff you don't want to reveal yet for the sake of interestingness. But how many different firearms are there available to us over time, or weapon technology, should I say? Not just firearms, but.
So there's traditional Hawaiian melee weapons. There is a traditional weapon that is ranged. The firearm, there's the 1911, the shotgun, SCAR, M1A, and micro Uzi.
And are there
And we'll be
attachments?
playing with them. Yep.
Is there poi in the game? That's what I meant to ask too. Is there poi?
Is there what?
Poi. It's actually one of the native foods.
No.
Foul. Big foul on that one.
But we'll definitely look into that just specifically for you.
Yeah, poi. If you've ever had it, like made by anybody, but the people that know how to make it, it is probably one of the most disgusting things you'll ever put in your mouth.
Is it like a? If I remember, it's like a coke. It's like a paste.
It's like a
right?
paste. Yes. See, I'm sorry, McNinja. I had to ask. There is spam though. Well,
Hey,
their
these-
version of it.
Yeah, I mean these are good questions, and I mean definitely once more food comes into the game, I mean it'll be something we definitely look into it.
It's
I know
made from a
Ryan wants
root.
to go- Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Ryan wants to. Go on.
No, you go ahead. I was cutting you off while you cut me off while I cut you off. So you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I know Ryan does want to introduce a lot more food-related stuff into the game. It's just right now, it's just like the basic raw
Yeah.
meat, sham, stuff like that.
Well, I figured since you had sham and stuff like that, you know, like that would be in there too. But I understand. As long as it's on the table, I'm good. No. Oh, I guess I should make me another. I'm not paying attention to weapon to tool durability at all whatsoever, but it's fine. I don't care. Oh, there's the
I mean,
actual
once you
hand
get back,
axe.
once you get back, I'll get you the hand axe and the pickaxe to go
Oh.
in there. But I think once you come up here to the crafting bench, you'll kind of get going and
Okay.
get ready for the siege.
Sounds good. Well, I call points of interest. Those are POIs. They're not POI. That's POIs. Just go through all those, don't you? Okay, so you have a lot of stuff there on the bottom. Is that currency?
No, that if you look at if you drag it into your inventory, the stuff at the bottom is just shells. It's the 9mm.
Oh, okay. So drag it over. The better pickaxe.
As much as you want.
Can I fit it on me without being slowed?
You should be able to get all that without being slowed. I don't think you have too much on your inventory. If you had stone, it would be more of a problem. Stone or iron, but just wood is it's not that bad.
One thing I'm finding a little bit like more disjointing than I thought I would is not the hotbar available type thing of seeing like I don't know what it is. I think it's just training, not that it's bad, but like when I press, I have to bring up a radial to see what's on 7. You know, I think that if we're going for a clean UI and just keep the most pertinent information, but for me, I'm just finding that a little bit jarring. I'm not as a negative, just as like my initial experiences with it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, we've been getting a few of those comments, so we'll be looking at like kind of like the initial impressions that everyone has, and those will kind of drive any changes. I do know that the main focus, as you said, was minimalism, but if it's something that the community is very kind of against, we'll definitely have to consider it.
I think also too having options like to toggle it, you know, in an option thing. If it, I understand where he's going with it. I don't think it's bad, but if it like, because it looks like if you just brought over what's in your tab in your inventory and had an option to toggle that on and it moved the bottom information to the left or something, so people could have that. I think that'd be viable if there's enough people that wanted that. But yeah, it's a little bit weird with the radial, but again, it makes sense to me. I like the animation of the reloading of the 1911. And
Let's get you a suppressor on that.
so noise, does that affect mutants? Can they hear like the range of where they hear it coming from? Does that affect that?
I believe so. It should, yeah. Though with the siege, it really wouldn't matter because their main focus is to just destroy this nice, lovely base that we built.
Did I just take out your
Um,
metal or something from there? Or was that arrows that I dragged out?
Oh, that was just arrows.
Okay, that
You
was
should
my
be able
arrows.
to,
There it is there. Okay. And what would you just say before that? I'm sorry, I cut you off. The siege with mutants.
Oh, I was saying is when it comes to the thing is like we wouldn't have to worry about aggro because they're kind of like during the siege they want to destroy our base regardless.
And do I just drag this onto the 1911?
So what you do, so equip the 1911. The fast way to do it is just kind of equip the weapon and then double click on the suppressor.
Okay. And
there is an option there is an option as well as when it's in your inventory slot to click on the 1911 and then drag it into the slot. Right now the slot doesn't light up.
okay.
So that's something that's going to be changing. The UI system isn't 100% complete right now. It went through a huge rehaul. So it's something that's still being worked on.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's a big minimalist theme going through it. Most of it's nice. Some of it seems like a little bit makes it less intuitive to a degree. But overall, I think it generally gets it there. And then finding out the way this game wants you to do it is the other thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a balance, but I mean, feedback, especially at this point, is extremely crucial. So we're definitely taking everything into consideration. We're taking notes with just about like every stream that we have just to kind of get as much feedback as we can to kind of drive the game in a direction that we know that kind of doesn't. There will be some stuff that we're kind of stringent on where we're like, well, you know, this is the core vision, but
Yeah.
we're going to take as much feedback as we can.
And best place to actually give more feedback would be within your Discord, right?
Yep, definitely. If someone can do the command to bring that up, that would definitely work.
Yeah, I actually don't have a Discord link. If you give me that, I do have a text chat in my Discord right now. If someone will pop it in there, your Discord link, I don't mind. And what we'll do is see if we can throw that in a command too. Because I didn't join, I guess, or whatnot. I'm not cool enough. Brandon's putting it in now. So if you guys are in the Discord, near the bottom in the other games section, there's a Fractured Veil one, and you guys, there's a link there to join it. I'll click on it myself right now. So I just joined it, and you're more than welcome to do so. I'll get that link and add it to, actually, it's on my other computer. I'm going to add that there now so that I'll add it to the exclamation point FV command. That way it's in there too. Go to commands, FV, edit it. Discord. All right, it's in that command too. I'll throw it in there right quick. On commands.
Okay, perfect.
There you go. The Discord's on there. It's not clean, but it's there at least. So you guys, if you need the links or anything like that, you're good to go. So Discord or in there.
Also going to get us set up with a shotgun as well.
Okay.
I feel like we can have some fun, you know?
Hey, I'm down for whatever. Like I said, you guys have done this a few times, so you know how you like to do your flow. I'm good with whatever. Let's show some stuff that you guys want people to see.
You should find it in the crafting bench.
Jotty. Is that antidote syringes there?
Yep, so what'll happen is if we get too close to the poison clouds, we'll start to take toxicity. Our toxicity levels will increase. So we'll want to keep an eye on that, otherwise we'll get poisoned. So those antidote syringes are what we use to combat against that.
Did I get bananas? Is that what that was? Was that bananas I had? I don't know what I just said. Anyway, sorry. And what is it? That's my torch. I'm not worried about that right now. We have the coconuts. Don't worry about that since we have water. I'm going to pull this off. That was bananas, wasn't it? Yeah, I got a banana ×2. Very nice.
Yeah.
Excited about
Already
bananas.
exclusive items, you know?
And then I'll put the first aid kits on 6. Yeah, I think having that information, especially in the heat of battle, is like, you know, if you're messing with your hotbar a lot, that having it somewhere accessible to see would be nice, like in the main screen for your hotbar. But and are there what kind of mods are available for a shoddy? Do you get anything like that yet, or?
So you're able to put the the suppressor, extended mag, believe, let me see what else. There are some sights that you can put on it as well.
Okay.
Let me see. Here, I crafted a hollow sight.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you.
Jice, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so I have it equipped now, so all I have to do would be double click it when I can find it in my inventory. Yeah, the icons are. Did I actually grab it? Yeah, I did. Oh, there it is on the bottom. Oh, I can scroll down. That's what it was. Okay. Double click it. I'm not pulling up my shotgun. Let me switch weapon. So.
Looks like there might be an issue with that. Okay. Oh, let me write down that bug.
That's fine. Do I just so I can click on it and then it'll bring up the thing that's there? It is a slot there, and I just pull it off. Okay, that's cool.
Yep, correct. Yep.
That happened to the gun too. Let's find out. Can I put it on there? No.
Nope.
Okay.
That one. Nope. Yep.
Just wondering if there's no rail for it, so that makes sense. And so when the mutants come, do they just completely surround, or do they have a side they like to come from per wave, or is it just chaos and funness?
Repeat that.
Whenever the mutants come, is it just chaos? Like what direction does each wave come from? A kind of general side? Is it just how does that? I guess we'll find out when it happens. Oh.
Yeah, so right now you'll get the kind of trigger, and you'll see the smoke plumes that kind of indicate as well that the thing has been triggered. This is a smaller base, so shouldn't really be that many.
Is he just standing there?
Actually, that's weird. Yeah, this is definitely not intended.
Okay, I just saw a headshot. That was nice.
Yeah. Looks like there's an issue with the sieges, because normally it would spawn multiple waves of enemies. Here, give me 1 second.
Sure, not a problem. Whatever.
As you can see, there also is decapitation as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's an issue with the siege mutant spawning. So I'm gonna spawn a few and initiate a manual one.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll force the nearby ones to kind of start going. That way you can get a general idea of what's going on.
That had a little bit of a different sound to it. Sounds like a heavily affected wolf, like howl moan. They're mutants. I hear one. There's a decent range on the shoddy. Is there any aim assist on this?
There shouldn't
Okay.
be.
Oh, good. I'd rather legit miss. Didn't really need to lead them. Who's the red? Is that?
So the red one's the cannibal. So what happens is when you have bodies that are left around, they'll start to cannibalize the mutant or player. So what'll end up happening is if they successfully eat the body, they'll get like a speed buff, damage buff, and health buff.
Does she have a neck brace on or something?
Yeah, it's like it's a neck brace. Yeah.
Whoa! Medical kit. Use the whole lunchbox to fix you. Okay. Cool. Wait, the one's actually.
Hide in the base real quick.
All right. I'm in the base. So about how many should be coming like normally if it was doing the regular totem thing?
So normally what it would essentially be is, if it was working properly, what it would be is there would be like three of the mutant butchers, then there would be 1 or 2 cannibals, and then depending on the difficulty, there would be more trophy collectors.
Okay.
So the trophy collectors, I'll spawn some in so you can see them real quick. Those are the ones that throw the decapitated heads that have poison clouds, depending on the difficulty of the siege.
Okay, I see it. He has like a green trail behind it, huh? They come in when the doors are open? Yes, they can. Cool.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that. I did some
Before
games.
there was actually an issue where they were opening doors, but that was too overpowered.
I don't know if you had locks or something, maybe. And then if it's your fault that you forgot to do it, you know? Okay, I got a bleeding torso, better fix that. Okay, I've been in poison for a little bit. Interesting. That'd be awesome. Don't forget to lock your doors. And the poison actually has got a decent range on it, too, when it starts spreading. Does he have an anarchy thing scratched on his chest? Is that what that is? No.
I don't believe so, no.
All right, dehydration is at
Yeah.
0. No, it's 8.
Yeah.
When is it? Yeah, it's on 9. 9?
Did you make sure you filled your canteen?
Yeah, I thought I did it earlier. Apparently I didn't. Whatever.
Of course, they're after you. You'll also notice there's yellow ones that are spawning as well. Or orange shirt ones, the one right in front of you.
Yeah, that one there? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a specific kind of cannibal. Because they're spawning to clean up bodies, they won't have any loot on them like these ones will. So if you go up to one of the bodies, you'll notice that they have an assortment of currency on them.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. The first one?
Yep.
He's throwing at you, man.
I need to get a syringe.
Guess I'll try and fill up my water again because I thought I did.
So when the sieges would, when they're working as intended, what you'd have is multiple waves, and depending on how built up the base is, you would get, you'd get more mutants, but also
Different tiers of the mutants, I
different
guess.
tiers of the trophy collector.
Okay.
Specifically, where, so for the first tier, when it comes to the trophy collectors, they don't have the poison clouds. But as the difficulty increases, I think it's like the second and third is when they start having the poison cloud, and then the frequency of the trophy collector increases. I know those are the ones that you really need to worry about.
Okay. Because you're getting shinies off of them pretty much. Or they're doing more
They do more.
A stone currency. Okay. You can eat the bodies?
You can harvest them. Right now, there's no distinction between raw meat, like mutant meat, and just meat from like wildlife. That may be changing, but right now it's the same. So if you harvest them with a hatchet, you'll get it. There has been some like suggestions to use the pickaxe on them.
I don't know if you add in hides and stuff like that, maybe have it where the hatchet gets hides off them and the pickaxe pulls some meat out. They can get mutant organs instead. All right, I see that there. And a campfire pretty much the same as a smelter. You have the fuel slot, then the resources, and then the inventory when it's done, and it cooks stuff for you with the cooking and whatnot. Is that how that works?
Can you repeat that question?
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm cutting out. With the campfires or cooking in general, is it the same as the smelter?
Yep.
Like pretty much. Okay. Are there any advanced type recipe? Oh, there's more. Any advanced type recipes happening too? Like
there are plans for that. There isn't anything specifically implemented though.
like eventually pineapples and sham. This thing seems to got a decent amount of range on it, man. I didn't expect that from a shotty. So right now, what can siege you out of the different model types? Is it 3 different ones currently you have in the game, or is there more? I know you have different colorations of the one, but this is pretty much what you've got at the moment?
So specific to sieging, yes. There are other. Oops.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. It's that good aim.
Just backing up, looking at me.
Kill myself quick. Yeah, sorry, I get quiet when I'm running from mutants.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
And you'll notice the orange ones spawning because we haven't been clearing up the bodies.
Okay. So how long is it usually between waves?
Waves, I think it's between 3 or 4 minutes. Oh.
I hear something running at me, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, crap! What the hell, dude? You trying to kill somebody?
Yeah, that just snuck up on us.
What was that?
They just started spawning.
Oh, that was from the original one?
Yeah, that was from the original
It
one.
finally caught up. I love it. That's awesome. And I'm floating in the air. Okay, I can get my stuff right.
Yeah. So I will try to defend your body, but just let me know if something starts attacking you.
Oh, I can't get to my backpack. Wait, what happened? What is going on? So, my clothes and stuff? Okay, press F to loot. Maybe I can just pull it from there.
Yeah, so right now it doesn't automatically prioritize your backpack.
Okay, there we go. I double-clicked it.
Yeah, that's the first thing you'll want to actually pick up.
Okay, now I know. So then I can just hold F to loot all and then get the rest of it that way. I do like how it doesn't just grab it all at one time. That's kind of cool. That's freaking hilarious that it did that. It spawned it all. Where did my stuff go? Okay, it did go back on the... It didn't repopulate the same. So I'm not used to the icons, and they're also kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
You got a good amount on you. You should be fine. So pretty much you can just kite most of them. Are there any ones that go a little faster?
So the character movement is being balanced. So right now there's some changes going on with the mutants that are going to be increasing like the attack range, the kind of like the AI range of their melee attacks as well. So that'll be changed.
Just gonna shoot him all over his body, see what happens. I'm getting a little bit of frame rate drop too, but it's fine.
I
Yeah.
think there's an issue currently with the time of day is what's causing it.
Oh, like shadows and bloom and all that stuff, and
The stuff going through the foliage as well.
yeah.
It's something we're taking a look at.
Where's my shotty at? Don't even know where it went. Is that it there? That's it there. Okay. So that's my bow. I can't even tell. No, is there anything left in me? Okay, so if there's nothing left in me, it won't show it. Why can't I see? Am I being an idiot?
No, if it's not showing anything on you when you're looking at it, then
There it is. I'm having a hard time discerning icons, and then I realized that I could just look for the ammo sign.
Yeah, one of the suggestions is to have like the hover over thing as well, so that'll most likely be coming in. They actually breached our base.
Well, we did get a little bit higher difficulty because extra spawns and all, and then late timer.
Yeah, there's been a delay in that timer, so it's gonna be interesting.
This one's stuck in the ground. And I should be burning all these, right?
Yep, whenever you can.
Do I just hit him with a torch? What do I do?
So you can do both. You can either smack them twice, or you can use the hold F option. You'll notice though, if you smack them, it'll destroy their inventory.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to loot them first.
All right. I was just kind of doing just to do it.
Oh yeah, yeah, no problem.
So 4. So it's 3. Oh, I can just hold it. Come on. There we go. There we go. We got more behind us. I assume with the talents, we're going to get like where we can spec in the different weapons so you can reload quicker or have less recoil or something like that. Hip fire. Is that what's in the plans for the talents, or is it more specifics into like access to different recipes or what?
So there are going to be characteristic specific ones. I'm not sure what the specifics are at right now though, but that'll definitely be something revealed
Okay.
as things move forward. Yeah.
I like how you have to hit him twice. So you kind of get out your frustration, then you're like, yeah.
Okay. It's funny because we both have the exact same issue with never checking our durability.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Well, part of that too is that it's on the right-hand side, and I'm so used to looking down at a hot bar. Like, I'll look down, but like over there on the right, it's just training it and being used to it. I go, no, you've got 1,200 hours. If you haven't done it yet, then I'm screwed.
Yeah, but I was the same. I was just as bad on Arc. Oh, let's get some light in here too. I'm gonna put some wall torches up. Start repairing the base.
I'm just burning bodies. I know I should be looting them, but I'm just smacking them.
Yeah, no problem. You know, priorities, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the sound. It's you know, again, getting that frustration out. First swing, second swing's like, yeah. if I squat and I'm in one spot, I gain my stamina back quicker, right?
Yeah, so you can either crouch or go prone. Prone will actually recover your stamina way quicker than crouch will, but there is an increase with crouch.
But the animations between going between crouch and prone are definitely noticeable. The difference, like the time it takes to go prone, I assume.
Yep.
That's burning all the bodies. Good job, team. High five. Oh, at least blood splatters behind where they were, huh?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, I'm looking good. Oh, I don't have heart boxers on. I have. Oh, okay. That's fine.
So I think we need to get you some clothes.
I've got a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
Okay.
can't. Okay, perfect. You got it back.
Haters gonna hate that physique. You know, I can't always keep it out, you know.
I gotta refresh your stream. I think your chat froze on my computer.
It's Fractured Veil. Is that Ryan? Or who's Fractured?
Oh, that should be Ryan.
Oh gosh, I should have known. He's in bed watching us, and does that make you? How does that make you feel?
Wouldn't be the first.
Well then. Really? I hope you're comfortable,
Yeah, that's the important part.
because we aren't now.
Come on.
After hearing that.
I'm gonna put you on torch duty. You know, put some lights on in this little base of ours.
Okay. Oh, you went up to metal now. Okay. But you already got
Yep.
torches on the walls. What are you talking about, torch duty?
The other side of the base.
Oh,
There's
it's
only one
great.
side.
It's great. Which one is it now? Okay, that's the repair one.
It should be so in the construction tool you should be able to bring up the miscellaneous category. It should be 5.
I'm just trying to get my hot bar right again.
Yep.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Blaring, thank you for the follow. The bow, there's that. Oh, did it break it? No, I didn't break my construction tool. Okay. Is that on there? Is that it? That is the construction tool. Okay. Oh, I wasn't pressing right click. That's what it is. Miscellaneous. Torch. Well, that'd be kind of cheaty if it actually gave like a little bit of a light area. But, oh, does this snap? Is that what it is?
Yep, it snaps.
Okay.
Damn sippy drinks.
Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. How do I do the? So what do we do? Oh, wait, okay. I have to actually go to it and press F. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's not bad. Just learning what it wants you to do so you can know how to do it. Can we just put torches everywhere? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
So-
I'm gonna upgrade them to lanterns.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna ask too. Will these catch zombies on fire or mutants on fire?
No, they would not.
Okay.
The calculation power of that would be just a little too much.
Yeah, we can always ask though.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely gonna be a suggestion a lot of people ask.
Yeah, because if you had a ground one you put down, that would probably be a little bit OP if you got to where the AI would actually funnel some way.
Mhm.
I probably shouldn't have done that jump. I just did it. All right, so health bar is there. Stamina is here. So along the goals of other building base, getting it bigger like that, upgrading it obviously for more than that, start stockpiling some materials. I guess finding items to research, is that, and learning the recipes, or purchasing those items and learning the recipes, or quote unquote finding them. Other goals to be looking for in the game. Since there isn't, like, the food options are generally like forage and find or buy and find. What other type of goals should we be looking on a progression stance while playing, or will be coming to be looking for?
So there are there are dungeons and not instance. There are plans for instance dungeons, but the plan will be definitely get beefed up for that. Whether you want a PvP or PvE, the dungeons will have something for you. There is an issue right now with one of the dungeons I was actually going to take you to. There's nothing spawning in them now.
Oh, that sucks.
We're going to have to take, which it's the first time it's ever happened too, so it's very unfortunate, but I feel like it'd definitely be something we can revisit. once that issue gets taken care of.
I'm a huge fan of instances in most games, period. Slash dungeons. The fat loots is always fun, or a good reason for it too. I'm also a fan of like rare mats being dropped too. So I assume that most of these instances slash dungeons, you're expected to bring in like a certain amount of. Is there different amounts of difficulties? Is there gonna be one that one person might be able to manage? I guess if it's not instance, it'll probably always be emptied and farmed. But like, what kind of difficulty scale are we getting between the different ones? Just harder enemies in there, more amounts of enemies?
So right now, currently, it's just a larger amount of enemies, but the plan will be varying difficulty.
And with the them themselves, I would assume that there are bosses with different kinds of AI like strategies to be used. I'm not looking for like like high end mythic rating type stuff, but like there is different strategies involved with different kinds of bosses in the plans for it, or is there
There is for the plans for that. The waterfall cave that I was going to take you to does have a boss in it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening. I was listening. I wasn't cutting you off.
Okay. Okay. No,
The
like,
first time.
all my sound just like went off, so I was just wondering. Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff like that is definitely in the plans as we still fleshing out the dungeons, because currently we do have the waterfall cave, which stuff was spawning in. Just unfortunately, it's not right now, so I can't take you there. Unless you wanted to just see the scenery.
It'd be cool to see the scenery then, and you could like give us you can describe it as a narrator of what we would see, with vast details and stuff. It'd be interesting to see at least. Are puzzles involved in it too? Like different kinds of ways of getting through puzzle wise? Nothing like ask for mist or anything. I don't know. I thought I remember reading something similar to that or whatnot.
Not currently, but that is in the plans.
Okay.
And that's something that'll definitely be, once everything gets fleshed out, will be what you'll see moving forward.
I mean, sure. Once the puzzle's done, and then everyone just goes watch the videos, then the amount of dev time you have to put into making that happen might not be as valuable as per se, other things. But that is pretty cool.
I mean, that's the thing is like when you add specific mechanics to stuff like that, there are going to be the people that are just going to be either trying to find a way to exploit something or just look up a kind of guide, which is perfectly fine. I mean, everyone plays the game that they want to play, right?
Yeah, depending on how much power, extra like OP-ness you could say it gives the person too, though, for knowing it. So, and again, dev time. Like if you're gonna put in like X amount of development time to make something that will be overcome within an hour, and then everyone's just gonna use that, then there's no real value in putting that in either.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Fernanda, you have a good one. Thank you for hanging out and chat in the chat. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat as well as I should.
Actually, let me craft a canteen. You still have yours on you, right?
Yeah, I should still have. Is it on 9? Where is it at? Oh god, it's on 5. It wasn't even on the hotbar. I have bananas too, by the way. In case you want, I have 2 bananas still. They're good.
Yeah, I got 2 coconuts. You got 2 bananas, I got 2 coconuts.
Well then, we need a couple more coconuts and we're good.
Yeah, exactly. You still have your ammo and everything on you, right?
Yeah.
Because like the way we're going, we're gonna have to.
I have enough rounds. I'm good. Yeah, and shells. So we get to shoot on the way. That's fine by me. So
as I said, is like as that issue gets fixed, I mean, it'd be awesome to kind of revisit everything like that in another stream if that's something you'd be interested in.
yeah, the community seems like they're enjoying it, so I'd be fine with that. That'd be fun. I'm whatever be fun and show more things going on. Also, too, with the size of the map, how much of his I think Ryan did say, but I forget, like how much of it has at least placeholder type level stuff in it to be interacted with. Like how much of it is gameable of the map currently.
So when it comes to that, like gameable in the sense of like you can build and like strive and like you can have all this stuff that you can possibly gain, that's fine. But when it comes to fleshing out monuments, points of interest, stuff like that, it's still at the beginning stage. There's a lot more that the team wants to do. And as the Kickstarter and everything moves forward, that's the type of stuff that'll get a priority to start filling the world and increasing like the design around the map.
Stamina. All right. Well, that's cool then. So like pretty much more POIs going on across the map, and so is there going to be like more towns too, along with like hidden bunker thingies and stuff like that going on, and like just general what would make sense for the environment? And is there much of a like kind of like environmental storytelling that's going to happen with those two?
Yeah, that'll definitely be something that increases. There are homes and there are specific things that are already in there. There's procedural buildings that, if you look at your map and you scroll up to the north, there is a kind of grid system where you do have those homes.
Okay,
You
like a
scroll and you'll-
suburbs kind
you'll
of thing.
see- Yep, and there are quite a bit of points of interest already there, but they're not completely fleshed out in the sense of like custom. It's procedural. It's something that you'll find there currently.
So the procedural, that's nice because that helps keep things from being so stale too. If the POI is there but things are procedural, then that's a great thing. These goats were attacking us. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I mean that guy was guilty. The drone agrees. So someone asked, they said, can you use a controller? There is partial controller support. That's something we'll be looking into as time goes forward. It's been suggested quite a bit, and there are people that do have accessibility issues that we'll make sure we address.
I guess that makes sense too, having a radial menu for that purpose too. So what is prone Z? Okay.
Yep. Which is the quickest way to regain your stamina.
Is the steadier shots more too? For recoil?
I think we removed, let me see. Yeah, we removed shooting.
Okay.
There was quite a bit of issues with some of the weapon stuff, but crouching does increase. It does lower the cone of spread. I was just waiting for that. I was like, well, I could do it, but
We'll just wait. Let's see if he actually figures it out.
Enjoyable.
I assume an arrow doesn't yield that result, right?
It will eventually. You'll have to put a few in, but definitely not as strong as the shotgun. Also, someone asked, is there any terrain manipulation in this game? There isn't.
That's
that
very
would be-
heavy, very heavy.
Yeah. That would
Especially-
be too heavy for this type of thing.
Especially the scale of the world.
Oh, exactly.
There are new technologies coming, I know, in a different engine too. There's some optimizations in that type of technology happening currently. But it's not there yet. It'd be interesting to see what all comes out for Unreal 5, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's something we'll be looking into, but that's long out. It's
yeah.
just unstable right now for production. Can I get someone to link the Kickstarter as well as the other stuff in chat, please?
Yeah, Hulk or anyone actually can do it. Thank you, Hulk.
Spam.
What was that? Oh, he had a sham on him. Okay. Did you break it open? Is that what you just did?
Yep.
And what did you could just... Oh, that brings down your thirst, though, because it's salty.
And that's why we got the canteens.
Is that a boat?
Yeah, it's not functional, but it's definitely a boat.
Okay. I mean,
Tasty
technically,
goodness has arrived.
Wally, thank you for the tier
I-
1 for 20 months.
Technically,
Technically, it doesn't necessarily have to be floating to be considered a boat, though. So,
that is, yeah. Some player structure actually right inside of Pinata.
I guess they're using that to suppress something up here.
Yep, probably a part of the person who designed this base as well.
Okay.
Making sure I have my torch out. And as level design always dictates, you always gotta make sure there's a cave behind a waterfall.
Yeah, that's a rule. If you have if you
Yeah.
make a map or have hands on any environmental, if you have any waterfalls, there has to be at least one. And crystals.
In some games there's 3.
Yeah, in some games there's even more, which makes them even better by default. So that's a button there. Oh. Where's my
So
torch?
this cave was originally lit. There was a bug where all the lighting was removed, and we had a community, a member of the Spanish community that also live streams. He actually kind of went through this whole thing with just one person having a torch out the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of decided to kind of keep it like this. We've also introduced a flare gun, which is actually really helpful in here. I'll pull it out.
Oh,
and show
so
you.
it like has pretty much a light source timed at one spot that lights up pretty much a room or something like that.
Yep. And the way the flare gun also functions in the game is it also attracts the attention of mutants.
Oh, okay, that's kind of nifty. Where did it go? I can see this right. Flare. Did it go on my hotbar? This okay. It is on my hotbar. Oh, then you need rounds for it. Okay. 5. Reload. Shoot it up. I like that. That looks good. That looks really good. So
Usually this would be typically filled with a what we call infernal dogs in this room, and then moving on there's other mutants.
so the one thing that ran out from the waterfall was what would be in there.
Yep, correct.
Okay. And is this mineable material here?
No.
Okay.
There are plans to potentially add something that will actually be able to farm stuff like that, but just currently right now there just isn't implemented.
Okay. So mainly it's in here. It's pretty much a loot and shoot kind of thing going on right now.
Yep, and then there's a main room that we come to, and I'm gonna show you the mutant that would be in here. That's like the boss that we'd be farming for gun parts, different attachments, stuff like that, and currency as well. Oh, you can shoot me with that, just so you can see what it does.
Oh, nice. You catch on fire.
Because this is a PvP zone.
Ah.
There is friendly fire. Yep.
Is it only on the point of impact, or can you walk over flare and get caught on fire too?
So it's point of impact.
Okay.
You'll also be able to light mutants on fire as well as dead bodies.
You like in the cave? What's y'all's thoughts on it? That's...
Yeah, it's a shame there's no mutants down here because it would actually take us a good amount of time just to kind of, with just us two,
Yes.
to kind of go through it. We'd have to take our time.
A little bit of strategy involved.
Yep. But the flare gun would definitely make it a lot easier.
Because they catch on fire and burn.
Mhm. Yep. And then if you were dealing with, because you can use it as crowd control as well, as long as you're not getting the attention of mutants and mutants too far away, you can kind of pull them.
Do you have to worry about cannibals in here?
Yes, you do.
This is actually pretty long. I think that's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. And this would be, we're coming up on the main room right now.
And it's lit because there's a boss in here. And then again, so you want everybody all hands go. Kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. That way they kind of walk in, they realize, you know, the light shining. The Big Bob would be right here. You'll see him soon. We're gonna basically go to an area that right before a vendor that he's guarding the elevator.
Okay, so okay, you're not gonna actually
By the
spawn one in
compound.
here. We'll go
Yep.
over there and fight somewhere else. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I like how it's like a pit too. Is this visible on the map, or is this an inaccessible area above us?
No, that's a inaccessible area above us. That would be really cool though.
That'd be cool. Even if you
Anyway.
couldn't jump down in it, or if you did, you just died. Like I did a zoom out of a camera and you died, just to be able to see down into the
Yeah.
pit. That'd be really neat.
Yeah. So there is actually one in here. There is one.
Hey, at least there's one.
That's the one that survived.
Not any longer. Can I shoot him with a flare gun? I guess.
Yeah, you could.
No cannibals come for us. Yeah, that's pretty neat. This actually, that part reminds me of the forest, kind of.
Oh, there's another one.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
try him with the
protect
flare
me.
gun. Let's see how that does. Oops, that shot a little low. Okay, let's try it again. It's fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Up. He moved. You're fine. Just give him a second. He's fine. I can't even catch him on fire. This looks so bad. So I guess this eventually leads up and out. Is that what we're doing? Like the end of the instance?
Yep. So you'll have to. You could backtrack, but when you're going through here, the mutants will actually spawn at the beginning pretty quickly.
Okay, so you have
So
respawns
you-
behind you.
Yep. So you would have to. You'd be better off just kind of moving forward.
So if you're in a group and someone dies, they go back to their sleeping bag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So SOL pretty much.
There's no placement. Yeah, there's no placement of sleeping bags here.
Or a respawn point or something like that. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Because otherwise you could kind of just like come here, you know, put a sleeping bag down and then like wait for them to spawn down here and just continuously try to farm them.
I was thinking more like an instance wise, like if you died for and you're in the middle of it with people, like just if there was some sort of other mechanic too where it was tied to the instance, not necessarily overall gameplay for the game. So you're in here with a group, and if you die, you have X amount of respawns or something going on available to keep your group together or something.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely explore suggestions like that. You could probably have stuff where it's like you can only place down like one sleeping bag at a time, or like just one completely when you're going into this area. So you have that option.
This is nice and extensive. Oh, here's the one. There he is right there.
Oh, yep.
Did it just go up and down? Is that what's happening?
The collision on that mesh is just a little off, but it'll be fixed too.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of... It took a little while to reload there. Here, another one.
Let's check the other side. Oh, yep, up here.
So we actually hit one here now. God dang, it dropped so quickly.
Yeah. Close though.
I'm getting weird shakiness when I do the right click in.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
like jitter.
Yeah. I've noticed that bug as well too. It's usually once you load in into this area that sometimes occurs.
I think it's when I was strafing some and hit a collider, I guess. No, yeah, it's just whenever. Huh.
Actually, another thing that people were suggesting here was to actually have a flashlight attachment for the 1911.
That would be nice. So we're actually getting spawns in here now.
It looks like earlier when I came here, there's only one, but this is definitely not the regular amount of spawns.
Is there usually more or less, or like in this spot here?
Way more.
Okay.
There are more in this spot normally as well, but in the area in the beginning is where you get a lot. We just weren't seeing any.
I gotta get used to the aim. I get a little bit of a little bit of FPS drop and whatnot, but it's fine.
Yeah, the optimization on everything is still being.
Sorry if I
still
shot you there,
going
by the
through
way.
its process. Yep. But we're definitely looking into what we can to kind of have like groups where it's like people just constantly want to start going dungeon running, kind of similar to like what you have in Diablo, where it's like you just want to keep pushing.
And also, you don't want feature creep to go too crazy either, you know, with stuff either, and keep within the same level. But that's pretty. I like that.
Yep.
Are those the mutant? I'm out of flares, by the way, so.
Yeah, I was like, I like how I make it all spooky. Right here.
I did go kind of crazy with them, so that's kind of my fault.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you only hit me once when I asked you, so.
I want to catch on fire again.
No.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, whatever you want, man. I'm here to help.
I believe there was a button back there as well.
Okay.
Actually, no. Oh, no. It's up here. Yeah, it's up here. I'm mistaken.
Okay, I see it.
So this will lead us back to the beginning, but typically when we're running through the waterfall cave, there is way more mutants that are spawning at the beginning, so it's kind of like you have to fight your way through them in order to get even to like the main big boss room spot.
So pretty much that one setup, you have a push, main boss, a big boss, and then a push and out. But it balances.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I think you went back in by accident. Oh no, you're good. Yeah.
I couldn't interact until after you did, and it took a second to do it, and then it was loading. So.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Cool. That's
They
neat.
did a really good job with the space over here. Permission not granted. So we are gonna make our way to the communication tower that will have the big boss that you can also find in the waterfall cave in that main room.
And
There's gonna be a ton of enemies by him.
Does he drop the same loot as he would in the waterfall cave?
So no, he drops higher quality loot, so he can also drop weapon attachments, weapon parts, because if you notice, if you break down either your shotgun or pistol, the components that comprise of it are different weapon parts.
Oh, so like stock and whatnot, all that stuff, barrel and whatnot.
Yep.
And okay.
But currently, right now, Big Bob is the person you'd be farming in order to get those parts.
There is a little bit of scatter on it when you don't zoom in. Okay. Are there mutant deer?
Not currently.
Goats, I mean, but you know.
Oh, goats.
Well, I call anything with horns on it that has 4 legs a goat.
Okay.
As long as they don't have Vambies, I'm good. Yeah. One of the worst things.
I mean, with
ever.
the Kickstarter pushing forward, I mean, definitely more mutant types and stuff like that is definitely going to be in the future.
That's one thing, you know, for longevity of a game is enemy types, not just recolors. Recolors are good, especially if you have a significance behind the recolor, but also 3D character creation of custom design is not cheap when you're getting a large amount of them too, so along with time.
Oh yeah. Yep. I mean, what's funny is actually I don't know why or how we haven't ran into the Screamer yet. Or did you run into the Screamer with Ryan when you were playing
Nope,
earlier?
we didn't run into anything.
No? Oh, okay. I'll leave that as a surprise.
Is it a lady?
It might be.
Can I shoot that? Wait. Oh, I had the spam equipped. Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Wait, the spam's in my hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's definitely a bug, but that looks pretty cool.
Hell yeah, it's an extended mag I made out of a spam cam.
Yeah, and definitely running that one down.
I kind of effed a few times when I'd hit hotkeys and it happened, so that's cool. Don't hate.
I mean, it looks exactly like an extended.
It's a drum.
Drum mag, yep. So I think as Shadow Flame is saying, there should be a Screamer 1 or 2 by the comm towers, so we'll definitely run into it.
Here's my shotty out. So, okay, it got rid of it. Oh no, it's stuck to it. When I changed.
Oh, well, permanent.
Yes, I'm down. I'm not mad at that. It reminded me to eat.
So this area in here, as well as there's the sewers, but that it's not completely fleshed out yet too. That's going to be another dungeon you'll be able to go through.
Okay.
Looks like you need to drink. We both do actually.
It was. It's. I'm fine. I'm a real man. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait.
You know,
You pouring it on your nipples?
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, that's how you drink stuff, dude. I'm not sure. I'm just surprised. It's not judging at all. I'm just surprised. Oh, I'm drinking with a spam can too. Awesome. And nothing about that. I mean, it's alpha. I'm not expecting, like, you know.
No problem. I mean, sometimes there are enjoyable bugs.
Were you weighted down, or you just getting something to put some stuff together? Oh, you needed more drinky drink. It's not filled up, but I'm drinking it. Okay, it didn't give me anything. Okay. So typically, how long does it take to have one of these fill up?
So normally it would already be filled up, so I think there's an issue there, but it will fill up over time.
Maybe it's my spam cam. It's drying it up.
Yeah, it's drying it up. Yep, see?
There we go.
It's already starting.
And 40,000 milliliters is where it sits at?
I believe so, yeah.
I just drank it instead of filled. So how do you tell the filledness of your canteen? Is it also the circle around that shows it, or is it something else?
So when you have it equipped, it'll actually show you in the bottom the amount of consumes you can do on it.
5. Okay, okay.
Yep.
And what is the normal filled up amount?
I believe it should be 5.
Okay, okay.
Well, you're definitely good to go.
I don't know. I kind of want to pour some on my nipples.
That is an exclusive behavior to admins.
Oh, I see. Already flexing. God dang. Couldn't even make it through
Maybe.
stream.
But maybe we'll make some exceptions.
No, you gotta add a sound effect when it happens too.
I mean, maybe if there's ever voice packs, you know, that'll definitely be one. I mean, John Bain voice pack.
If you need any voices for voiceovers, let me know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I have a
You'll definitely be
resume.
the first one.
I have a resume now. I had how many voices did we do the last game? I had to do like 35 or so, 40.
Well, we'll definitely look into increasing that number.
So
We'll take a slight detour because I think there is a screamer in this area over here. Make sure you're caught up and get stamina. I always get distracted, but if someone can link our social stuff again.
yeah, I have it on a
wanna check
timer
it?
too. It does come up,
oh,
so
perfect.
it's coming up.
Perfect.
But that's no problem too. The Kickstarter one, I'm not sure if it is or not, but all the other ones are for sure. But yeah, please do, please do. Thank you, TG. And
Yep,
and
thank
don't
you
don't
so
hesitate to ask too. Go right ahead. I mean, we're showing the game. We might as well show the game. Oh, there's a wooden crate. That's not a screamer. That's a butcher. Oh, fresh meat.
Oh man, does that give chills?
I still got more off of the original one from the first one than I did with like the later iterations of it.
Yeah, you know, I have the exact same impression as well.
I hit him in the shoulder, face.
You got
There's
better
cannibal.
than me.
Cannibal. Still loading. What was that? Oh, is that the screamer?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Staggered her, so it stopped the effect.
Oh, I was standing in poison. So, what does that do? Does that just make us lose field of vision or something, or field of view?
So it'll be a kind of like a visual suppression and auditory as well, but when there are other mutants in the area, it'll draw them to the area.
Okay.
If you're actually up close to her, like you're in a certain range, you won't be able to shoot or even reload your weapon.
Oh, nice. And can you still run?
You can still walk, but you can't run, you can't like sprint. It's kind of just be like, you know, like you can't just really get up to too close to it and kind of just like.
She has no arms either.
Yep, no arms.
It reminds me of one of the things from Empyrean, to be honest. The evil aliens in the factories and stuff like that. Have you ever played that?
Nope.
And it's not a bad thing. It just reminds me of one of those. They have some creepy, ugly-looking flesh things. Loading, reloading. Still, I think we're reloading. I feel like I should be sliding while I go, like slide down the hill, like tapping scenes.
No, you mean like the Warzone type of slide, you know?
Yeah, or for me, satisfactory.
I didn't realize they had that slide there.
Oh yeah, and it makes you go faster if you jump right with it. Been through the desert on a horse with no name. Are you happy now, Phil? Are you happy, Phil? Are you happy? Was that Canadian geese that I just heard?
No. I'm not sure what you heard there.
Are you sure about that? You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, as a Canadian myself, a part of the Goose Gang, I would definitely not lie to you.
I'm gonna take a nap because of them for that one. I'm just gonna lay down. I'm so quick. Take a nap. There we go.
But I mean, if what I said is wrong, I'll definitely say I'm sorry.
I heard. It sounded like when you scare a flock of them off. Let me see on the map. Can I move while I'm on the map? Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're okay. There we go. I was zoomed in and saw that town. The map is a little bit wonky trying to move it with the mouse. So, with that first blue triangle on the map, the south of us across the river, is that the starting compound, right?
Yep, that is the Thorcon.
Okay, and
in
then
the,
we were
starting area.
we were southeast of that along the road to that's where the waterfall was.
Yep. So if you look at the other, where it has like 4 circles on the map, that's the construction site.
Okay.
We didn't go directly through the construction site, but we went around it. In that area, there's another dungeon that's currently being worked on. It's the sewers.
Okay.
You probably saw that in like the trailer and like some of the promotion images as well.
Okay. Okay. I was just also trying to get a scale of like the amount of time it's taking to travel to, along with what we were doing. So. And as variances in biomes, is that coming too? I know Hawaii has a general overall feel, but are they going to be pushing for more like biome specific changes here and there too, just to kind of give a little bit of variance in the terrain, or is it generally overall feel what we see right now is what we're going to get?
So, did Ryan tell you about like the veils and the veil travel type stuff?
He touched upon it at the very beginning and said he'd talk about it later, but then he left this for his wife.
Okay, so when it comes to the veils and that stuff, that's where the different biomes are going to be introduced.
Okay.
That way, when you're traveling to a different place, you'll kind of be experiencing something else. So it won't all just be like the same, like stock, like, oh, go north to go to the snow area, or this way to go to that area, right? It'll be kind of tied to the veils.
So it's like the multiverse type. You're going to go to another version of this that's a different biome per se. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, correct.
And those will be separate servers too, as in people will be starting on different kinds of veils as well, or they all be starting on the standard issue looking one like this.
That's a good question. I believe everyone would be starting on the standard one and kind of moving to a different one.
I like that. I like that.
I'll have to ask Ryan for clarification on that one, but that definitely sounds like the way to go, right?
Yeah, I think that'd be great because then it gives you a neutral starting point and then goals to go for. If the different veils are a little bit harder or something, or offer something you need to be more advanced with, it gives you more progression goals too.
Exactly. I mean, the type of stuff that I was kind of expecting that. If you remember Arc, they kind of had the Ascension stuff. That's what I thought originally what Ascending was going to do on Arc. Instead of just giving you levels, I thought you're going to be gaining access to a specific area, but that's just not end up happening.
No, it didn't. But that's a good thing though about a game, that it evokes imaginative side of expectations and whatnot. So give them props for that at least, you know, like. But yeah, we'll see how the execution arc 2 goes.
I mean, I'm glad that they're going back to a more primitive stuff. I wasn't really a fan of the transition between primitive and tech, but
I feel if they did the progression better between it, that I would have enjoyed it more so. But I don't necessarily hate it. But I feel like one thing I'm kind of tired, not anything in this one, but like I'm tired in games too, is like repurposing or gathering materials, and you work really hard to smelt down the stuff and craft it with excellence, and then you get rusted metal. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, or things like that too. But the progression between the different, I mean, I understand you have to kill bosses to unlock different tech type stuff and whatnot, but I still feel like the feel of the changing between it should have been more drastic. I guess with what you thought about Ascension would have been, you know, maybe it would have led to more of a techie kind of areas, would have lended more, and had a longer early game too, where the primitive / mid game stuff lasted longer. But again, we're not here to talk about Arc either, so I'm not trying to go on a tangent on that. So.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, we're definitely looking at other games and kind of seeing, you know, what they did right, what they might have done wrong, in our opinion, kind of improve on those things, because like there are some really good ideas in these games, and I think it's important to appreciate what has been done right. I see you chasing that raccoon.
Okay, the sound has been turned off for it. That was the thing I think I heard one time, and it was like.
That definitely was not the sound of the lake roll. So you haven't broken your leg yet, have you?
No.
See, I knew I was dealing with a professional.
I'm having issues switching between items on my hotbar too. When I try to pull out my shotgun, it wouldn't do it a couple times too, so it might be tied that I did something with the spam. The spam is
I mean, the
preventing
spam
me.
is still there. Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely take a look at that. We'll make sure that gets taken care of.
Don't forget to drink your spam. Sham.
Before I forgot, you definitely need a sleeping bag.
Okay. And did that go on my hotbar or not? You know, it doesn't look like it did because my hotbar was full. I'll switch it out with there. Is that it? It's cloth.
It's the third one down to the first.
Okay. I'll switch it out with the flare gun. We're putting them here? Okay.
Out in the open, where we like it.
I don't know you well enough, so I'm going to sleep foot to head to foot type thing. You know, maybe later
Oh,
on.
yeah,
you know,
I see how it is.
a little closer, you know.
The distance will only make us stronger there.
Well, I also know how well you, you know, body odors, feet, you know, and that'll let me know for other things in the future.
I mean, I was holding a torch in a claustrophobic area for like a few minutes there, so.
And honestly, in the caves, I saw how it flared up some when I got closer to you. So I'm just you know, just saying.
I mean, you're definitely staying safe there.
The suppressor really blocks off the iron sight, so.
I ran out of ammo, so I'm gonna rely on you.
I don't know if I'm hitting her. I can't tell.
Are you getting a hit marker? Oh, I definitely got that hit.
Can we blow her head off after the fact? No.
No, just the killing blow.
So he has eyeballs, but she doesn't.
Correct. Yep. I mean, he needs to see, right? He's throwing those heads.
True that. I don't know if the force was strong with him or something.
I mean, maybe a super version of him without eyes, right? You know,
Like-
aware, hyper aware.
Purple glowing sockets and tendrils coming out of him, you know. The veil is trying to break forth from its flesh.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, it writes itself right there. So we are coming up onto the area. You'll actually hear
Okay.
the elevator music. Definitely gonna want to regain our stamina over here too. I was like, let me just prone right beside 3 of those barrels.
Are those explosive?
yeah.
Is this
Yeah, my
DMCA
barrel
safe?
awareness.
Is this DMCA safe here?
It should be.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. We don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get in trouble. You know how it is. Uh-oh.
Is the music? It sounds like it's coming.
Yeah, the sound attenuation on it is a little too far.
Okay.
Oh, look.
It's a fat boy.
Yeah. It is something that's being addressed, though.
Ooh, he just threw something? Is that what that was?
Yep.
I think I just lost my shotgun. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Oh, did you run out of ammo? Or did it break?
It probably broke.
You're definitely gonna have to give me a screenshot of the extended mag there.
It's right in my face, so you should be good. I'm gonna try and get close and see if we can see him a little bit better. Oh, he's got a walker. Yeah. Yes, I saw that was in the trailer. Okay. Hey, get over here, you kids! God dang it, get out of my lawn!
The hell? I'm trying to take a nap. It's my Geritol.
Oh no, are you serious?
Oh damn!
Are you
Knocked
serious?
me in the air.
He's down.
Oh nice. I'm gonna need to heal.
What was this? What's he got on him? I'm just gonna grab it and see. Where is it at? Right here. Gun part barrel. Okay. So are there different qualities of the parts, or are these right now just placeholder like generic pieces just to build a gun, and you the recipe in the book in the crafting table will be like, hey, you just need these pieces? Or are they gonna get like different quality levels of a shotgun barrel and stuff like that?
So, with the way it is currently, it's the way you described, which is generic. I don't know how far in depth we're going to be going. There are plans to introduce item quality, so that'll be something we definitely see moving forward. I'm just not exactly sure on how in depth it's going to go at this point.
Okay. If you want to hold on a second, I'll turn on my recording software and take a screenshot of this if you'd like, of me reloading.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Or I can just look on the VOD and
Okay.
get it from you. Yep.
Oh, nice. The elevator looks really cool.
And the drone decided to join us.
Are we doing bad things with the drone? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Can you
so.
shoot it? Does it do anything to it?
So you can shoot it, but it won't do anything specifically. It'll like there will be an impact effect as far as I know, but
Yeah, there
it's
is.
indestructible. Yeah.
It doesn't get mad at you and then reports you to somewhere else, does it?
No.
Can you explain to the chat what the function of it is?
So right now what it'll do is it's actually live streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and some other places 24/7 or as long as it's up. It'll go around the map looking for different points of interest or looking for people to kind of there'll be interest levels associated with certain things. There are plans to kind of have like a karma type system or a reputation type system, so if someone's doing something bad in a certain zone, it'll kind of be attracted to them. Right now, what we'll do here is there's also a vendor up here. There's also a bank too. I don't know if you checked the bank out earlier.
I have
in
not.
The, Burcon. Okay. So right now, if you come over here, yep. So here's a bank. This is also located in the Thorcon. So this area is not a safe zone, but this will allow you to go to it's like a global bank for your character. So if you deposit something here,
It's
can
permanently
find it
safe.
or-
It's safe until you
Yeah.
withdraw it again.
Yep, correct.
Okay, that's actually really cool. And it will always look like this, or are there variations of this?
Currently there's no other variations. This is what it looks like. That could change.
Okay, I kind of
I-
like it just so you know what it is per se, but that's
Mhm.
good too if they do that. You know, whatever floats the boat. So,
Yep. And we also have the vendor here.
so he's the reason why we want to come here because he has higher grade stuff or different stuff.
Yep, correct. So he has stuff that we'd need if we're like in this area because it is the PvP zone. And as you notice, it is quite far from Thorcon. So this is one place that has a vendor and the bank in order for you to gain access.
Is the only way to legitimately get a crafting bench is to get it from a vendor first? Is that how that works? Is that why he has them?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. You might explain that earlier. I was just, you know, how it is to get overwhelmed with a lot of different things. So,
Yeah. I mean, there's like quite a lot to go through. So, I mean, even I think we just been here since 7, so it's like there is some stuff that we'll have to revisit. You know.
they want me to jump off.
I think we should just use the zip line personally.
Okay, let's use the zip line.
So this will take us to the beach.
I'm down for a beach. So-
You go first. You know, test the safety.
So it's first person mode only.
Yep. could also equip your weapon while you're riding it. I mean, I feel like next time we do a stream, I think we should end it by jumping off the comm tower.
Okay, we'll do that then. God, sorry, chat. It's not my fault. Blame them. Blame the admin. Admin's flexing again. Can I shoot my crotch? No.
I sure hope not.
No, but I can put my gun in it, and that's kind of, I'm holding my gun in my crotch, which doesn't sound good, but you know.
I mean, sometimes in survival games you gotta do what you gotta
Wait,
do.
I
right?
got my meat in my hand and I'm holding my gun in my crotch. Okay, that's
Well,
I never
definitely
expected.
came prepared.
I just met you, man.
And this is crazy.
So is there luau over here?
There is no surprises. There is a base over here, but no, actually, is that PvP zone? Nah, we'll leave. Oh, he's building, but we'll leave him alone. I don't.
Yeah. I don't want. I'm not
disturb-
trying to
yeah.
creep anybody. Right? We're just showing stuff off.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's PvE. See, he knew. He's like, ha, they're gonna come off that zip line, ready to attack. But I think this is about it for me.
Okay.
Definitely next time, once some of the issues we were having earlier get addressed, I think we should definitely do that thing that Ryan was saying, where we get your community involved a little bit more, and we kind of go through everything, kind of have like a competition type thing going.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be fine. It'd be fun to do. Maybe the dungeon will get fixed by then, or whatever is going on will get fixed, and we'll all be able to pour water on our nipples. That'd be a great day. That'd be a great day.
I mean, I think we should definitely get a screenshot of that next time. You know, a group photo.
Yeah. All of us just. So
I appreciate you checking it out, and I hope you and your community had a great time. I mean, we're always looking for feedback. You know, it is an closed alpha, so there are things that do need to be addressed, but a lot of the stuff I mentioned earlier is already being looked into.
does anyone have last minute questions that we haven't answered or hasn't been answered yet? Before we don't want to waste any more of his time, but any last questions that might be worth him answering? You got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, no.
Well, I mean, the important thing is like think up of questions for next time, and we'll definitely be able to go from there.
Yeah, that's a good one there. Also, the links have been going in the chat. Thank you, mods, for doing it, and also it's been on a timer. Brandon, thank you for joining us. Also, Ryan earlier for joining us. Hope he's having a great sleep now. Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, this was amazing. I look forward to us doing this again.
Cool.
And have a good night, everyone.
Say bye, everyone. They're not saying bye. They're shy. Don't worry about it. They're shy.
They're focused on the spam.
There we go. Everyone's saying bye.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Make sure you check out the Kickstarter. Links were posted. If you have any feedback, definitely drop that in the suggestions channel. We're always taking a look at it. If you want to go through there and kind of look at suggestions that have already been posted, upvote them. It kind of makes it clear on what the community wants to see. We usually run polls, so you'll definitely be seeing a lot more sneak peek content involved with that.
Cool. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck and look forward to hanging out again sometime.
Yeah, appreciate it. Had a blast, and see you next time.
All right. Later, man. Well, what do you guys think? Did you enjoy yourself? What do you think of the game so far? He's still staring at me with a gun, by the way. It's kind of weird. He's just standing there. This gun. Is he going to pour water on his nipples again? Probably not. We're not going to be that lucky. Did y'all enjoy it? What are your thoughts? You missed the builder. We can do a little bit of that. We got a little bit of time. I don't mind messing around with that a little bit more. Yeah, I know. He's like, yeah, me neither, Hulk. It's interesting how it's going. The they've been. I had a chat with Ryan before considering doing this, and it seems like they've got a rather clear vision, but an ability to adjust that vision to a degree. So you had your chance to ask, Wagley. It's too late now. Oh no, I went the wrong way. I might just die. No, because then I go to the other sleeping bag we had. We are in Zone 1 PvE, though. I'm interested in just seeing, we can play around with some of the building stuff. I'm probably going to suck really bad and forget to repair or break stuff down and do it, but that's fine. Yeah, the big thing, too, is, like, they put the time in on the back end, so it looks like, you know, like, in the core systems are in play. There's obvious things that need to get worked on, but it's like I said with Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation's alpha was not like, hey, buy our game now. It was a real alpha. This is a real alpha, too. And for a real alpha, you know how many games they've gotten in early access on Steam before, too. That is nowhere near this. This would be a beyond finished game for some of those that we've seen. So let's just go over someplace like over here or something. Just try it out. He did give me an iron axe, so we'll just check it out a little bit longer. Let me make one thing I got to get used to is the interfaces and stuff like that. And if I wasn't paying attention to chat as much as I normally do, I'm sorry. Just trying to make sure we went over the things they wanted to go over and see, so you guys could see more stuff. I'm sorry that the dungeon itself was. Oh, we get to keep the spam. Sorry, the dungeon wasn't dungeonable. I was hoping to try that out, but you know, again, it is an alpha. Things happen. It was cool to hear about what they're going to do about the farming of resources, too. And this is, again, no hashtag ad. They sent me an email asking if we could do this, and I was like, and after, like I said, talking to them and then checking out some of the stuff, I was like, yeah, we can do that. So I'm glad you guys liked it. Most of y'all seem like you'd like it to whatever degree it is. That's somebody's. It looks like that's somebody's. Yeah, and I'm glad that they what Ryan said at the beginning too was like whenever every so often while they were developing is like, is this something that I would want to back myself type questions, which is good. It's like a good awareness. What did y'all that saw the building system? What do you think of the building system? Oh yeah, I forgot about those. I'm interested in seeing what they change out from placeholders to actual stuff too. Can we break these? Getting the feedback. Maybe I'm supposed to use something else. I like the look of the wood too. It kind of reminds me of like a darker insulated wood from Conan, but up to, like modern-esque compared to that. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. And it doesn't look like we take damage from falling trees either. Yeah, and they seem comfortable with it too. You know what I mean? Which is good. And I'm kind of a weird dude, so I know I've hung out with some people where like, you know, it's the awkward weirdness happens, which is fun sometimes. But it's good to be able to actually just chillax and do it. So we'll need to put down a foundation, then we'll need to put down a totem. We also need to find some stone too. Is there a thing that indicates my? There it is, right there. 66 of 105. Yeah, we also see how it develops too, Black Dawn. Like, that was one of my concerns when I initially talked about it with him too. It was like, well, most of my community is not into that side of it, and then oftentimes when a game is being developed, it's developed for one or the other, and then it divvies off like a side for the other people, as in there's not enough content for, let's say if it's built for PvP, that leaves out a lot of any type of like real PvE experiences. But it looks like both are in there. So and then the way that they're going to work with like the ideas they have about ganking and stuff like that in PvP, it should be interesting dynamic too, and see what's available to people that are not wanting to experience that side but still can play it and get a fulfilling experience. We've done really good as a community too, playing things together. Like lately, it's been really awesome. Well, we've had a good pass of it. But it'd be interesting to see in situations like this where, you know, Hrothgar comes from like Darkfall, and a few other people do, so they're all about some PvP. And then the other people that aren't, and supposedly there's gonna be enough activities across the board to make a fulfilling experience. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're PvP or PvE, or I'm kind of like both. I like both. I like both experiences. I mean, most of the stuff that has done well as a content creator has been PvE based, but I like both experiences a lot. There's some stone right there. So the icons need some work for sure to be able to see clearly what we have. And I would prefer to at least have some form of a thing here too. Whereas Brandon, who was with us, you know, they were mostly focused on the PvP side of things, so. And I think it's cool to, I'm usually more of a fantasy-based or a sci-fi-based kind of a gamer type thing. But I really, after going through this with them too, it's felt a lot. I like the theme, like how they've tried to tie it together well too. And at least it's not like everything has a disease. Like it's not a virus per se. So that's a good take on the zombie side or mutation, the mutant side of things. I have absolutely no idea how we're... Okay, I'm right here. Yeah, why not? Might as well. Let's see, that was stone right there. Is there more stone around? There's stone over there, it looks like, too. Maybe in between. This would probably be a bad spot to do it. Watch. And it's nighttime now. Full loot gathering. Yeah, there you go, Hrothgar. How you doing today, man? Did you go get your stuff taken care of? Are you feeling better? And I'll be honest, like the controls in general, like the character control or the movement itself, it feels pretty good. The jump, it feels, you know how you're not explaining with Icarus and Satisfactory, it feels very, very liberally like given to you and extremely responsive. And then you've got games like other ones that are very hindering in your movement. This feels like an in-between area, a good in-between. That's what I'm getting from it anyway. Where's that flower? It's right there. All right, how much wood do we have? Oh, we have a lot of wood. All right, so we hold right click up, we get a foundation now. We check the thatch foundation, put this up here, and we can raise it up some. Okay. Let's raise it up some. We do that. And then on top of that, we need, is it miscellaneous that we do this? Do we craft it with, there it is right there, the totem. So we put a totem like right there maybe. And then we also need, there it is. And then we need to build, we need to repair the bottom of that, and we need to put wood inside of it too. So open inventory, and it supposedly does. Is there a sort button? There it is, stack and sort. Nice. Was that it? That was everything? That was all we had? Is that it? Yeah, I think that is. All right, so now that we have that, I need to make sure I have a repair tool thing. Let's take this off of here. And I don't, right? That's my bow. Those are the arrows for the bow. That's antibiotic shots. Those are weapon technologies there. So let's go and crafting. Do the upgrade tool. And I need...
Tasty goodness has arrived.
So Prime, what's up? Thank you very much. And thank y'all for the support today through the stream. Again, like, I'm sorry I wasn't more, like, shout out. I didn't want to be rude. And then if they were giving information, I didn't want to, like, you know, like, yeah, you know what I mean? So thank y'all very much for the support today. And again, I'm sorry I wasn't like saying it more often, but I was just trying to, you know, let them say what they had needed to say. And thank you, Zero Prime. I appreciate it. So if you didn't see the building before, we're going to go through that right now. So you put down the main piece like this. Now we can right click and actually change what type of quality it is too. So before I can do this, I have to actually finish off the thatch piece by putting wood on it. And now it's done. And that actually did the full wood floors there. So you have the building pieces and you have that 6 was the other one. And then within that we have foundations, thatch foundation, triangle thatch foundation around, and then the foundation stairs. And mouse wheel will rotate. So what's nice about this is that it only uses so many mats to get it started. And so you kind of have your own blueprint system. I like that. I don't know how tedious it would get to build something decently sized, you know what I mean? And then have to go through and do it. So this is where a group thing would definitely happen. Like in trying to get something worth a damn built. So there's that one, and that would be a completed one there. So this is the thatch one built. Whereas that one's the wood there. There we go. That should be it. So that's would be if we just want to thatch. Which is pretty much like bamboo-ish. Not really. That wood looks really good, honestly. That'd be so uncomfortable to walk on, too. They don't really line up that well. Maybe I didn't rotate them correctly or something, but that's fine. But the wood looks really good. So it takes 100 to do it. And then 5 for each upgrade to get the hit points up. All right, let's chop some more trees. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like whenever... See, this is what I wanted to do, too, is like these are placed like that, but your planks are going to go different when you upgrade it looks like, which I don't really like that. I wish it was lined up to where these planks were facing the same direction as that, so whenever it got completed, it would look, you know, you can plan out your futurizations, so there's some sort of orientation. Well, I guess now we can. Oh, I need water now, too. Yeah, get that spam water. All right, let's go to here, and it's 4. Yeah, let's try a big tree. Is this a big tree here? We're gonna try the big. We're trying the big tree. We got a metal axe, so we'll see how it goes. Is there no? It's hard to even see if there's a flower on here. Oh, there's our weight in low right hand corner too. Okay. The durability seems pretty nice on the metal axe too, so that's nice. Yeah, we need more. Like, I'm glad he did. I feel like there needs to be more visual cues when you're actually chopping too. Like, you know what I mean? The waterfall cave was really neat too. I would like to have seen that with the mutants actually in there. That boss was pretty funny too. That was funny. There we go. And I like how there's gun building. I'm hoping that they get into a little bit more specifics with that. That'd be really nifty to see. I agree. Because, yeah, that was 652 wood from that one. Versus, well, we won't know, but... Yeah, I can see the flowers a lot. Well, it's brighter here. There we go. The lighting's pretty nicely done too, like in general. Some games make night way too dark, which gives a feel of not realism to a degree. Unless you're in a heavy canopy or something, but... And that got us, that was about 300, right below 300 off of a smaller tree. Okay. I wonder how close we can get to that, but and not actually count. Never mind, we already chopped it down. Yeah, I like this part. You kind of putting a commitment into it too. Yeah, so it is like that. Oh, that's gonna get a little, you know. And I should go and put some wood in here. That might have been what my problem was. Yeah, because I didn't put it in there. Do I have anything else to go in the hole? I have some stone that can go over there too, and there's some more wood right there. And that gives us 5 days, 12 hours. So it's not that bad to keep it upgraded. No, it's not, Troy. I wish we could just look at it and press R and just rotate it now. You know what I mean? That would fix the whole thing with that for me. So do y'all feel like, straight up, like for what you've seen tonight, do you feel like this is, like legit, the 5 years did well? Do you like that? Do you feel like that's the case? I mean, as an honest, like, critique, like from what you've seen. Definitely? Good. Well, I mean, if you don't, that's fine, too. So, can I just pull this and do this? And crafting, and it should still have it? No, it did not. Let's upgrade. I don't know the exact count, to be honest. There is a bit of rust-like to it, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of different things coming in. There's like the talent tree. You know how I like that in Icarus? I'm hoping that it does a good job in placing, like giving player power in specific areas too. Like, it'd be cool if there was like a combat set of trees and you can go into different things for combat that give you different things, you know, either hip fire or other things as well. Maybe even accessibility to certain, you know, usage of accessories or something. Yeah, TG, pretty much. Except that it's not a company that you find out later that was actually one that all they do is do cash grabs and flips. Okay, so the number in the parentheses in green is actually how much you have left in your totem. Yeah, I think that will make or break a lot of people too, Troy. Is that, you know, do you like the environment that it's in? Do you like what the feel of the game? Well, obviously the feel, but the environment. A lot of people, like I said, I usually prefer fantasy or sci-fi, but kind of like it too. What did you think of the drone when he was explaining the drone? What did y'all think of that? I thought that was pretty cool that they're actually streaming it live. I guess it would behoove to hit the flower as much as you can so you reduce the amount of durability loss you're getting. I hate to say it, but I think the game that has done that kind of like weak point the thing the best was Fortnite. Like I liked it in Save the World. Especially for grinders to have a little mini game while they're grinding. Waggly Panther. So there is a drone in the game that was drawn to certain things in it and is constantly going. And it's a camera. And that camera that's on that drone is literally streaming the footage to a platform like Twitch 24/7. So like when we were there at the communications tower, the drone came and watched us. It was literally streaming somewhere. And then they're also talking about like whenever people do ganking kind of level PKs, like bad PK type stuff, that drones will follow them too. It'll give away the location where they're at. So if people are actively trying to hunt them down, it kind of does like a bounty system almost. And they're working on a like distinction between people that are trying to PvP and people that are not, and the discerning between that to build a system with it. I think it is. I believe that's what he said before when I was talking to him. I don't want to misinterpret anything without them being here, so I'm trying not to talk about that too much, but, you know, because misinterpretation sucks. Here we go. There we go. A little ukulele going off, you know. That's what, yeah, that's what they were working on for that, so. All right, let's do this. Let's do common foundations. And then go like that. Add a little bit more on this side, and then we'll go to some stone too. Let's make it a longhouse just to see. Again, I'm not building anything fantastical because I don't have a lot of mats that really do that. Just want at least, some people did not see it, so I figured we could at least show it off again. So you build the main pieces. And I forgot to put the stuff in there again. So it is just straight up wood. The stone does not count for it. When I put it in there, we have another 6 days. Let's do this right quick. Let's go to stone. I gotta get full health first. And then now it says 100 to 425 stone. And then it changed it to stone. Let's do one of the outside ones so you guys can see it. So those are 3 different ones we have access to, like right now. Yeah, I like the stone too. They did a nice theme on it. So let's do this now. And do the walls. And then we'll only upgrade a few of them. So 8. And let's make sure it's that. And we'll do this one all the way to stone. Oh no, not you too! I like the design of that. I like actually the designs of them all look pretty nice. And there's like imprints like on there too. I like that. And this only shows up on this edge. Like when the edge is exposed. I wonder. Let's find out. Yeah, screw it, just into the wall. No, it's on that side. Okay. Yeah, that looks actually really nice. It goes well with the foundation too. That's one thing too. A lot of games, the cohesiveness between the pieces within each set. This probably feels less cohesive just with how the floors look compared to how much work is put into the wall versus how much work you put into the floor. You know what I mean? Inside looks nice. It's still like other than the imprints, it does have a standard feel to it, which is okay. Let's try out the doorways, I guess. Let's do an offset one. Y'all know how I love offsets. And then go here. I went straight to... okay, that makes sense why that... okay, I gotcha. Then we'll go to wood on this one, then screw it. One step at a time, Hulk. One step at a time, man. So that totem is always on the right. There's no reason to be, like, mean about it now, man. No reason to be mean about it, man. If you don't like it, that's fine. It's no problems on you for that. But there's, you know, if you don't like it, that's totally fine too. You know. I do like that over the doorway. It's kind of cool how there's different highlight colors in the imprints too. Like they're like aged. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Let's try the half wall thing. All right, let's go. Oh, that's the wrong thing. 6. Go to, is it in this section? Okay, so we have you have a wall, you have a door frame, offset door frame. There's a window. You have a half wall. You have a third wall. You have a round thatch half wall, thatch wall round. Okay, so you got the half walls here and the frames. So a third wall here versus the... I kind of wish it would remember somewhat too if you're building. Maybe. You know, like if it remember like, hey, you just had it on that. When you go back into your radial, it's the same one. Does it do when it's still out? It does not. It resets. Okay. In case you're like in that menu and there's more stuff out of that radial you want. So let's put another one on top there. You have to do it on the half wall. So third ones you can't stack. Half ones you can. That is straight up like a fence in Conan. All right, so let's try this out. That's interesting. What if you put the stone in the middle? Oh, we had to get more stone. Let's go get some more stone. Hey, what could this? No sleeping bag. Oh, there's some drinks over there. Nice. Can we borrow? Oh, someone's water in there. Can we use their water? Or is it locked? Spam canteen. Yeah, we can. Hold it to drink. Oh, yeah, we might as well drink. And then fill containers. All right, we're good. Nice. Spam teen. Yeah, the collider is kind of weird. Oh, server DC. Did I just get kicked for borrowing some water? Are you serious? What kind of world we live in? It's not my fault. I was thirsty. And watch that. The boss would spawn. Get off my lawn!
God dang it. What are you doing?
Oh, I see how it is, Mr. Vito. How you doing today, man? Happy Baby Friday. What's left of it? Maybe that's enough. I just want to see these differences and stuff, and we'll try and snap a floor to it too. All right, we go to the middle of this. All right, so I mean, maybe made this a little bit too tall, but that's fine. I can put stairs in later. I don't know how I feel about the totem always being on the side, but I mean, hey, it's their thing. That'd be cool if that was their pillars. If we had pillars, then that was what we had to add in also for structural integrity or something. That'd be kind of cool. So you have like a half one. And then go here. Let's go to the, it was in this one. There you have it. But it won't snap to that. So that makes sense. Oh, okay. Yeah, Black Dawn usually is pretty chill. So it's like I thought Black Dawn, you felt really, really heavily. I didn't realize you hated like weak points that much. I was like, I know you like the gains and all. Wait a minute.
Games now, get the irons, get the games, get the good, get games, more games, get the game,
I know you like gains and all, but I just want to make, you know. Let's see what else we have here. Do we have anything else we want to check out that we haven't seen? There's no roof pieces yet. Oh, let's see how the rounded ones look. Can we snap like round ones to regular foundations? You have to snap round one. That kind of sucks. Especially since that, like, it'd be awesome if we could snap these on. Yeah, I feel like these should be able to snap on top of floors, man. That kind of sucks. I agree. That's one thing is like it definitely is promoting the feel of the environment. I'm surprised that's not a thing. Okay, so I need to get more wood again. I'm out of wood. I probably am. God dang it. Let's go hit a tree. Not with that. There we go. Go. I think it's funny that I got a can of sham in my pocket, my hand. We're not gonna. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this one out. Let's pop it out. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's go over here, and then put one in the middle. I don't care if it's wrong right now. We're just kind of seeing it. And then can I put this on it? I want to see what this looks like. Or does it have to be built first? Okay, it can't go in there. It's a half round. And then we have the full round. So it does have a little bit of a difference going on it too. Might as well, we'll chop down a tree the rest of the way just to see what the rest of it looks like. The big boy tree. Can we chop you? You gonna get in my pocket, big tree? Okay. There's no flower on these ones, then, huh? Or is it such a massive tree there's no way I can know? Trying to see where it stops. Let me do it too. Yeah, we'll upgrade those round ones all the way through just to see what they look like. What's up, C2? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I didn't see you talking earlier, man. Apologize. Oh my God. Just give me all your wood. Put it in my pocket. Got meat in my hand. Give me the wood. Let's do this. There you go. Thanks for listening. We'll grab a little bit of this too. Wait, you're gonna build the fence too and you're moving? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? For a year. You gotta do you, man. You do you. All right, let's build this. This is on wood. So I can't do that until it won't. I wish it would just continue to upgrade it, then go to it. You know what I mean? That actually looks really nice. That looks solid to me. That's a nice difference too. I like how it's vented too, but it doesn't look like it's got really good support. Oh, there's supports behind it. It seems less supportive than it should be, but that's just me. It is a fence kind of, well, it is a fence kind of thing, so. Actually, that wood foundation with the stone on it looks pretty nice. So there's a nice variance to it too. They add a little edge on that. Like that has it. I like how that looks together. How's it line up? So that's the rotated piece. So this actually has a full wall on that side. Okay. It's nice that it's a little bit different, but it's cohesive enough to where it's complementary. And I really feel like the totem should be a separate building piece. That's my opinion. I feel like the totem should be a separate building piece, and you have a continuous line. Especially if you're trying to do variances in your wall build here, and you mix it up some, and you'd want a totem like to fill the length of it. You know what I mean? But I guess that's a minor like discretion on my end. I have no idea where other bases to look at the metal that we did. I wonder if there's a base nearby with metal. Because I don't have any. Well, I don't have anything for it anyway. I don't have any iron ore or anything on me. That's just cloth, a bandage. Okay, and that's cloth. Yeah. And then I can put a little bit of wood in there. I am Ween. I don't know. I don't know. It would say on the Kickstarter if that is the case. Those canteens right there. I'm beating the bucket with my meat. It kind of did to a degree, like the wall pieces you get from the scrap towns. Kind of gave me that feel. I agree. And it's a pretty stark contrast too between like what we're doing here with the building, like the very intricate pieces that we're putting together by hand and putting in like into and then you get to the scrap metal and you got a bunch of plates welded together. But hey, I'm assuming it's because our level of technology we have available and tools allows us to fashion stuff like this a little bit better. And then we get to the metal. It's like, oh, at least we got some metal up for defenses. You know what I mean? Well, there we have it. Oh. Good night, Lowrider Phil.